How are you doing, my son? He's already away.
Let's see. I don't know where the brightness thing is. I'd like to know. Siri, turn my brightness down.
Does that mean you're going to get dumber?
I know, is that possible?
Hey, have you watched
beat
the
you to
new
the punch.
Ivar? So you liked Arcane?
Oh, dude, that was... Oh, man. Like, I could see a total D&D game based on that, man.
Right?
That was kick-ass.
It is amazing. Absolutely
yeah, it was
amazing.
really... I was way better than I was like, a effing cartoon? Come on, Jason. And then I was like, oh, shit, this is really good.
And the quality of the animation was phenomenal.
Yeah. Cowboy Bebop's also a good one.
Yeah, me and Callista are watching that one.
Yeah.
The live action?
Yeah, live action.
Oh.
It's on Netflix.
And
Yeah,
it's really, really good.
It's on the flicks.
It's
I was
really
worried
good.
It didn't get great reviews at first.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
We're
got
big
some good
Rotten
people in
Tomatoes
it.
family. Like, we always check beforehand.
Gaming system.
It wasn't super great. So I was like,
I still can't believe that Wheel of Time is getting good reviews.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
like, I
those
just
books
like
were
it.
Oh, it's
horrible.
awful.
Oh, no.
It's not even the real story.
We like the
it's-
book.
Well,
so.
plus the
Oh,
books
the books
just
are
suck
amazing.
anyway.
I
Oh,
like
God. No. The most boring ever. Like, let's make up so many names that you can't keep track of them, and they're not normal, like Fred
you know
or Bill.
what? You
And
know
see,
what,
that's how I felt about
Tobias?
Game of Thrones.
You know what, Tobias? Come take a look at my OneNote NPC list, and you talk to me about keeping track of names.
I know. I'm not saying that you have a problem with it. I have a problem with it.
Guys, that's how I felt about Game of Thrones. I read the books and I couldn't get into them because there were too many names and you didn't have enough time to care about the characters before they got killed off.
Yeah, you just have to go by penises. Oh, that's that guy. Just kidding.
Just look for the mole on the penis. It's
that's
it's
a
a
two-mole.
Targaryen.
So
It's a
two-mole
Targaryen.
guy fought the uncut guy, and it was an awesome thing. It was an awesome battle. Yeah. Awesome battle.
Oh, goodness.
Okay, so I'm getting there. Display. Let me click on display.
So you spent 5 minutes and he finally found the display button.
Graphics, display.
Are you on a desktop?
Yeah,
Do you have a monitor?
yeah.
There's a button on your monitor that'll show you how to turn down the brightness.
Oh wait, I feel him. I don't want to miss. I felt him, but I don't
the one
want
that has like a sun next to it.
I don't want to mess it up. I'm not.
It's only a matter of time. We call this the analog approach.
Whoa, I'm dizzy.
Whoa.
What
Whoa.
are you doing?
Oh my God.
First, I thought that was his butt.
His butt is plastic?
No,
Rude.
but I just
That?
thought that was his butt.
What?
I don't know what I'm doing back here. It doesn't even tell you what the buttons are. They're just there. I'm not messing with it. I'll just be a washed out thumb.
See, now he's got no excuse. He can't even do the analog shit.
Well, I can't. Have I ever lied to you? Did I tell you I was a freaking computer genius? No, I didn't.
Well, I didn't realize you were that bad.
No, I'm
I
bad.
actually am feeling a little bit of empathy for you.
You
Never
sh-
mind. It
you
went away
should.
quickly.
I know. Thank you. We all have our downfalls.
Calm down there, Bender.
We all have our downfalls. I'm gonna go to the senior citizen computer class up at the Y. I don't know what I'm doing.
Every time I press the button,
Ding
everything
flong darn it.
blows up.
Fling dingy and there's thingamajigger here.
It's funny. I'm so used to like doing everything through my OBS studio. The fact that now I can just let StreamYard do all the work, I kind of forget what I'm doing sometimes. It's kind of fun. It's kind of fun. Asborn is running a bit late, but that's okay. He will be on. He will be on shortly, as he is playing.
That sounds so wrong.
Sheehy.
Shamo.
No, you're just ignorant. Come play with me, blanket. Come play. Paradox goes, my grandkids can do this, but they never come play, or they never come visit me. So true. Is my son back yet? He's still muted. He probably fell asleep. He probably slipped and fell in the bathtub. Ooh. Good Lord. So how was, well, I already know how Tobias's turkey day was. I got them all spun up yesterday. It was fun.
Yes, you did. Thanks. Thank you so much. Doesn't take much.
My turkey day was good.
I'm a mean old
man.
You know,
for all of Callista's, complaining from time to time, she does a good job of keeping that stiff upper lip, I got to tell you. Way better than me. I don't waste a lot of time complaining. I just assume everything's going to be bad. Therefore, I just, save my energy. When you're abandoned by your parents at the ripe old age of 7, you just kind of take it for granted that it's always shit. Shite.
Well, it wasn't shite. Our food was good. Our food was warm a little bit later, but it was good.
Yeah. I mean, the heavy power
everything
outage,
except for the cauliflower was
baked.
cooked.
Yeah.
You know what the worst thing about undercooked turkey?
What?
Is you fall asleep on the toilet with diarrhea.
That's the worst thing about
it's
undercooked
the
turkey?
tryptophan and then the undercooked meat. It's a bitch.
Now I feel bad talking about mine. I'm spoiled. My husband does literally all the cooking. I don't do anything. Cool. I help clean up because that's all.
No, I actually was able to save cook the turkey. I just had to do it on my barbecue.
Aw.
Yeah, because your power outage was extended, right?
Yeah, it was like 5 hours.
Yeah,
6 hours.
At the Sydney house, it was only an hour and a half. I say only reluctantly because, when you're in the middle of cooking, that's still a long time.
I took a nap.
Yeah. And then the big house, it was 36 hours.
That's crazy because you only, and like your ranch has like one light bulb. So what does that help them do?
One light bulb.
It doesn't
Fuck
have
you.
one
Fuck you and your shanty. Your Beaumont shanty.
It doesn't
what do ducks need electricity for? Come on. What do ducks need electricity for? Like the ducks' Netflix went off and they all started quacking and they're like, "Oh my god, the Netflix off! Shit! The ducks are up in arms."
They wouldn't fucking shut up, man. Goddamn ducks. Oh wait, I don't have ducks. Those were my neighbor's ducks.
I hope you get ducks.
Hey, we're working on it. As soon as we build the new corral for the goats and sheep,
then you need a pond.
The ducks, turkey, and geese will get the old corral. And I think at some point the old space used to have a pig because there's a wallow pit in there. So there's like a big, 2.5 foot indentation
depression
in the ground. And it looks big enough that I can put a nice membrane on it. Seal the edges of the membrane and put a nice shallow pond in there for ducks and geese.
That'd be cool.
Insane on the membrane.
Or you could have pigs and I could have bacon wrap duck when I come over. Yum.
What I'm hoping to do, I haven't had the conversation with him yet. I'm going to try to talk to Angel about working on Callista's truck. And we'll do some tradesies that way. Plus,
wait, is Angel a mechanic?
I think so, yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I need to talk to him about it. And then I want to go in on a pig with him because he raises pig. The last pig that he sold, I think, was 600 pounds.
Holy moly.
It was huge. About 8 feet long, 2.5, 3 feet tall, 600 pounds. The piglets were as big as me.
That's a lot of pig.
That's the other white meat.
That's right.
The long pork. The long
Long,
port.
long pig.
The long pig.
I would imagine it out that ranch. If you get lost out there, no one's going to find you.
No shit, right? Well, hey, everybody. Happy Tuesday. The insanity will be beginning shortly. Yeah, we were just talking about... So before this game went live on Twitch, we used to just play online just for the shiggles. Now, I've known Ivar, who plays Tobias, for a long time. Callista is my better half. I am her worst half. Thyson is my son. He doesn't like to use his camera, which is fine. And then his friend Asborn will be with us shortly. But we actually met Mara and Samara via our conversation about playing this game. And I don't even remember how I got a hold of you first, Mara, right? When we chatted? And how did that happen? Do you remember?
I think Thyson put up a post on Facebook looking for a player.
Yes, that's exactly how it happened. And that was almost 2 years ago. Almost 2 years ago.
Yep.
So, we were talking about the fact that we've had 73 sessions, 63. Tonight's the 63rd session, sharing it with everybody who likes to listen in and watch. And keep in mind, if you're not watching, you're only listening, that's fine too. Because sometimes I know when you're working and writing and maybe doing something at home and there's nothing really interesting on and you just want to have some voices telling a story in the background, please do. I think we're pretty fun for that.
Or if you're a crafty person.
Yeah.
Do it in the background.
Yeah. I don't have the Yoda cap. I wish we did. It's so fucking cute. But
yeah, I don't have the Yoda cap. It's in my baby bag, my go bag.
Yeah, Samara made us a really cute Yoda cap. Yeah, so it's been a real fun campaign so far. It's actually one of my longer ones right now that I've run in quite a while. And Paradox Talks is hanging out with us tonight, so we'll keep him entertained because we're fast approaching a backstory, the Sinclair. So we're about to start to finalize the Sinclair and Squeak's backstory. As we're about to meet Tobias's parents. That's going to be I've really been wanting to play a mouse folk. This is going to be a fucking laugh riot.
Do you have helium available?
I don't think I need helium. I just got to sound like I'm talking like Mickey Mouse. Squeak.
No, please
Squeak,
don't. For the love of God. Don't give him that voice, please.
Hey, honey.
Tobias does carry a gun.
Home. Look, it's our son.
I do this for the good of the rest of the gaming world. Oh, my parents were brutally shot down by someone.
Oh, yeah. And then, of course, we're going to meet the nefarious Sinclair family.
And their dog Pluto.
A minor estate holder within the Dwendalian Empire that has some autonomous control over itself versus the rest of the Dwendals. And that's Asborn's backstory. We've concluded Samara's backstory via the recovery of the Ivory Heart City and her induction into the formality of being a member of the tribe. Thyson is an ongoing backstory. I suspect his will come to fruition once the thing in his chest finally blooms. It's partially bloomed at this point, but it still has the rest of the way to go. Mara's backstory is a 3/4 point, I think. And with the absence of her husband and the eventual conclusion of what it means to be a Brecht in the future of a world that is slowly becoming Shulaman's world, we'll see some spiring stuff playing out. And of course, we're saving the best for last because somebody's sister has not been around for a while. But we got to the halfway point, I think, on Fire's backstory when she finally recovered her full memory, and she now has a clear understanding of her relationship with Gentleman. And our timeline for this campaign is before season 1 of Critical Role, but not too far to the point of legendary status. It's definitely pre-convergence, and everybody in the Critical Season 1 are young. So, for example, we ran into a very young Pumat soul. We ran into a
It was
youngish,
adorable. Season 2.
a youngest, what's his name?
We ran into Vess.
Vess. You did run into Vess.
Beth.
Who's just got engaged. And what's his name
Essek?
over at the Bright Queen? Essek. A younger Essek. Although with elves, it's always hard to tell how old and how young they actually are. So,
Relative, especially with that crew too.
yeah, no kidding. So, happy Tuesday. I'm a little verklempt. I had a pay-to-play table I just wrapped up about an hour or so. I opened up a new one on Mondays, and we're looking at bringing a pay-to-play table to Twitch on Fridays. We're still working out the details for that. But hey, everybody, happy Tuesday. Thank you for hanging out. I'm sorry I droned on, but I like to be able to chat with these folks. Some of them I very rarely get to chat with other than when we chat online. Mara and Samara are not local to us, so they're further north of our state, in our state. So it's nice when they're here and can banter with us and be silly. But hey, everything you need to know about us is down below. Before we get started, we are going to roll for winners. I would ask Tobias to do it, but he may not know how. So, Mara or Samara this time? Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a fire by its toe. I choose Mara.
A D20?
No, go into our Discord.
Oh gosh. I have to go to a different page. All right. What am I doing?
So, in the giveaway channels, so in the monthly dice giveaway, type !R space 1D1000. I'll figure out who are, all right. So 524. Let's see who our winner is.
Be me. It's not me. I think I rolled low.
It's looking like ADHDMs so far. Although you rolled 587.
Did I?
Yep.
Oh, was that close? Wait.
I see a 520, which is Robot Killer. I see a 550, which is Wisteria Wanderer. Because what did you roll?
She rolled 524. Enigma.
What did he roll?
Enigma just rolled a
He's
300.
rolling just now.
Wow.
I think Robot Killer is going to... No. Possibly Prone is our winner.
Possibly prone.
Yeah, it looks like possibly Prone.
What'd he roll?
524, I think, or 520.
Are they prone or
Mara
not? Just
rolled
tell me.
524. I forget to roll. It's been a month. The whole month. And you forget to roll the whole month.
All right, with that, jump on down to the monthly miniature giveaway. Do the same thing down there.
Me?
Yep. I forget to roll all the time. Yes, I work and am busy.
I work too.
Ooh, an 892 this
892.
time.
Ooh, very high.
Ooh.
Look at Enigma's rolling
second
again.
Six.
Only a couple hundred off.
Okay. 892. 892.
Looks like Thulsa Doom on this one so far.
Did you roll?
You rolled an 865.
Oh.
That seems to be our close one. Not sure why Derek rolled. Not
There's
sure
an
why Derek.
890. Chav rolled an 890.
Oh, snap.
That's 2 away.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll for the third one for me down the monthly book giveaway. Looks like Chav won the miniatures, which is good because I'm able to send those to the UK. So,
Awesome.
Chav.
211.
I didn't roll for any other than the dice.
Let's see. Ooh, 211. Nice. It's like
a
Mike
robbery.
Mercado so far. It's a weird roll, 211. Because most of the other numbers are like all over the place. Yeah, hold on a sec here. 211 is going to be a tight one. Mike Mercado with a 153. So it's got to be something
God, I
over
spelled that wrong.
153.
How the hell? How the hell?
Chav Hunter with a 168. That is funny. I think Chav won the book too, which is cool because I know he can use it. Yeah, he won the book too. And I can send him a digital copy
Goodness.
of that.
How
Nice,
do I
back to
spell?
back.
Wow. What's the percentage chance of that?
Well, you know, there's over 300 people in the Discord, and we only average about 60 people that roll. So chances are actually pretty good.
Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. That's hysterical. So yeah, if, the giveaway just went to Chav Hunter. He got the book and the minis, and the dice went to possibly Prone, I believe.
Yeah.
Possibly prone.
I believe that's who that went to.
Oh my God. Asborn.
So yeah, if you join our Discord, every month we give away dice, books, and minis to help our dice goblins, to help our storytellers, and to help those that are looking to get into playing. You know, a little bit of help helps. We'll be resetting the channels tomorrow, and then come probably end of December, we will be doing a special winner draw for that one, because we're kind of going to be on a partial schedule for the last 2 weeks, or last week of December, last half week of December, and into the first couple days of January, because New Year's and Christmas are on Saturdays this year. It's going to be a real blowout for sure, because, you know, there's nothing like getting hammered and driving the roads late at night. It's a favorite thing to do out here in Cali, because there's nothing but roads and drinking everywhere we go. So with that, please support us down below. Support our fellow creators. We are on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We do have a one-shot coming up Friday. That is a level 10 one-shot. We also will be taking the weekend off for Saturday. We will be, our premiere of Star Wars is Thursday. I got to talk to Enigma about that tomorrow, but the premiere of our Star Wars game will be on Thursday, I believe 6 to 9 Pacific Standard Time. And then Sunday, we have, fuck you, Enigma. Sunday, we have Debtor's Gambit from 1 to 4. And then we have an Absent Throne from 5 to 8. Normally on Saturday, we'd bring you the Graying Lands, but me and my lovely partner in crime are taking Saturday off to go and baby moon and be silly and ridiculous, and realize that the next time we try to be silly and ridiculous, there'll be a brand new baby that will be dominating our time. So we kind of want to take advantage of that. However, back to the game. Let's take a quick recap. As our team, after surviving the encounter and retrieving the arcane seal, and then making the long trek back across the Zorhashian wastes to meet up with the Bright Queen, they have joined an impromptu alliance to bring the fight directly to Shulaman. And the timetable has begun. However, Tobias is taking ownership of his now converted flying ship that once used arcane-like energy, is now using a more of a mechanical with a little bit of mix of magic still left in the batteries. And our team has decided, I believe, to travel to a particular place that they were specifically told by Albin not to go to. Hollyhead.
After
And-
we
True.
already
Don't tell us
talked
what
about
to
going
do.
there.
Why is Asborn dressed like Father Mulcahy from MASH?
You like it? I bought it today.
Forgive me, Father, if I've sinned.
I've sinned. I look like I'm
Killed
going to church
Yankee
right
and
now.
took this ship.
And they are now traveling deep into the Morrow Valley. They have crossed over the Ashkeeper Peaks. And on the final day of their travels, the storm came in and forced them to land outside of a small community known as Felderwin. And when they landed late at night within the lake, they inadvertently crushed a small halfling's boat. They brought this small halfling on board to help her recover and mend her boat, and she introduced herself as Veth. And they had a slight conversation about how she just got engaged and wished all of you luck. And she made her way in her newly repaired boat across the lake towards Felderwin. And that's where we're last left off. It is late at night. What's the name of your ship now, Tobias?
The Crimson Revenge.
The Crimson Revenge is now
Yes.
floating in the very deep lake of the Felderwind. It is storming, lightning, thundering, but not horrible. Just a storm that's kind of coming in through the Morrow Valley. And during this time of year, in the fall, Morrow Valley is usually known for its storm conditions because of the way it sits in the basin with all the mountain ranges encircling it, causing storms to stay here and linger. But it is the conclusion of your second day of travels. You believe that you may arrive within the Ashen Valley within the next day or so and make your way to the Sinclair estate. It's nighttime. You just saw Veth as they made their way back across the lake. What would y'all like to do?
Wait for the storm to pass.
All right, so you said it's a,
Let's set up a watch.
yeah. You said it's about a day away. Are we sailing there, or are we going to have to take back up to the air?
The lake will definitely not get you there. Asborn, you're very familiar with the Felderwind Lake, and you notice it, and you begin to realize that with the airship, you're looking at maybe only a half day into the Ashen Valley. And once there, you'll be amongst the farms and ranches that make up the vast land holdings that surround the town that, since you guys are all kind of circled around and studying
Where did I
it,
put that map? I was just looking at my map.
you begin to realize that the Vale Watch and the Darkened Wood are not really much further than maybe a half day away from where you currently are. That is where the Sinclair... It's weird. The Sinclair estate is a rather large structure surrounded by other structures, but the overall town itself has never really been given a name. It's just always been referred to as the Sinclair estate. And it makes up... fix my camera here. It makes up a rather large series of private holdings, corporate holdings, mercantile holdings. The vast area of the main estate is made up of farmsteads, ranchsteads, all manner of natural resources that can be garnered. They harvest the Darkened Wood. The herds roam the Great Vale Watch. And this makes up the dominant area of the Sinclair control and the Sinclair estate. And their autonomy is gained by the fact that they support the Dwendals without question. And this has given them the ability to have a little bit of an independence within the empire itself. Although, when war drums beat and the banners fly, usually that independence is tempered by the fact that they must throw in with the Dwendals. But
I don't have that map. Is Thyson back yet?
I don't know. Thyson, are you back yet?
I've been here the whole time. What?
Oh, because we've been talking to you and you never responded, so I wasn't sure.
That must have been like 2 minutes I was gone, and then you just didn't talk to me ever since. So
Yeah,
Ever since.
it was totally the 2 minutes you were gone.
Deathly silence. That's always fun.
Oh, are we supposed to be talking now?
Oh yeah, sorry. I'm like looking at my spells trying to figure out what I want to use.
Oh, I'm aware.
I was
that
looking
all
at a
of
map.
you- Yeah, I know.
I'm like,
you guys were all
what
doing
can I
your...
use next?
I'm just
I mean,
Let's
that's
keep
really
an
all
eye
I
out
want
on
to
my
do. Is,
boat.
study my spells and get myself together for the next day.
Yeah, we were long resting, right? We're long resting, so we're going to set up a watch and
Well,
long rest because
we do
I
have
don't
those we
trust
do have those Marines on board. They could like go ahead and set up watches.
you. I don't know. I mean, we can have them join a watch, but I don't think I'd have a watch with non-players.
Well, and I'm already at full health, so I don't like.
The
Yeah,
Fangorian
We all
guard.
are. I don't think anybody.
Yeah.
did anything.
I think we don't like desperately need somebody.
And
But
The
I
only
would-
thing that
I
I've been
would-
doing is
I would say that Asborn, you would feel pretty confident knowing that you've been playing chess with your grandmother all night.
Mhm.
The Fangorian guard has been wandering the deck of the ship, keeping an eye on things. They usually establish their own watch in rotation. I mean, you get the feeling that you could probably avoid having to set up a watch this night. Because not only do you tend to trust your grandmother's guard, but you're in the Morrow Valley. You're close to home. This is the seat of the power of the Sinclairs. There's really no expectation of any kind of danger at this point.
which is exactly when Jason's going to send danger.
I could dive into the lake and
He's
find
going to
some
send
danger for us.
Sister. Sister will show up.
Exactly.
Sister killer.
You feel a sharp pain in your back
Mhm.
and a wet feeling.
I'd probably do like a
Woohoo! Stabbed in the kidneys again.
Yeah, I made all the Fangorian guys roll. They didn't see her. All right, we stay up all night.
I'm gonna take a long rest. I don't
Okay.
mind.
I was going to do like a lap of the
Yeah.
ship and just make sure there was no damage or anything from the storm or the landing on top of the.
Give me investigation, Mara.
Okay.
If we can't land on a boat, we're in trouble.
18?
18. Yeah, I mean, checking the hull. There's some minor kind of rigging issues that need to be dealt with, but for the most part, the ship seems fit.
Am I competent enough to do that fixing?
Yeah, I'd say so. You could tighten some rigging, do some sail repair and double check some of the, new gear works that you've become slowly acquainted with.
Yep,
I'll
that's
help
what I'll
with
do.
that.
Here, hold my legs. I'm going over the edge.
Cool.
You watch as grandmother Sinclair and Asborn Sinclair, as you're making these repairs, Mara, they disappear down into the hold. You hear Asborn mention that she is going to retire for the evening with her grandmother.
Play canasta.
My grandma gambled all my money away. I'm broke now. You just sleep it off. She ran me for my money.
Oh, you silly girl. You know that we could never really go broke. Besides, whatever money I take from you, I just give it right back.
Yeah, she's just going to spend it on you anyways.
Speaking of which, where did you get that beautiful armor?
we had a commission down at Port Zoom. It's been
Ah,
a long time since I got this.
yes, it has.
Is it bloody?
I believe that you and
I
you and
maintain
your
it.
brother
I-
were in Port Zoom at some point, were you not?
Yeah. It's one
Yeah.
of the last places I saw him before he set off.
Yeah, it'll be good to see him again. Be good to see him again.
I clean my armor. I have integrity. I have shame.
Well, it's always good to have shame, dear. Shame is the most important thing a child could learn. Shame of your looks, shame of your eating habits, living in
I
constant
don't know
fear
if
of looking better is important. It's good for royalty and those with power to be aware that shame will bring them down. If only your grandfather understood the value of it, he wouldn't be dead.
am I hearing? We're hearing this, right?
Oh no, they're down below in the hold.
Oh, okay.
Like fixing the rigging.
Yeah, Mars just up, fixing rigging and doing her.
Like, am I hearing this? Because I'm totally gonna make it look like she's puking frogs, and all
Well,
frogs are gonna say, "Shame on you."
It is good to
as
have
she,
you back
pukes
in my life, dear. When we meet with the council tomorrow, I will do the normal introductions. But I will assume that you will introduce your friends, and then the council will gift you the emblem of the Sinclair estate, bringing you in control of the armed forces. And then, of course, you'll be given the estate house out on the hill that's been vacant for some time since you and your brother have left. And we do have some things to discuss. But for now, I will get some sleep. Kicking your ass at chess is exhausting. Good night, dear. And
Good night.
the door closes and you can hear her inside. You watch as one of the Fangorn kind of post up next to the door and she smiles at you.
I wave them goodnight and I return to my room.
It is certainly glad to have you back, mistress.
It's good to be back.
You know, you're the last of the older line. Even if your brother comes back, it is interesting to see the direction the family will take. But know this, the Fangorn will serve with you, and you've always had the army's heart. There's no reason to worry about that. But the family is a big family. Be wary of some of the cousins. And as much as your uncle seems to help, I'd be a little cautious with him as well.
It's good to hear that. Thank you.
And then you proceed to your quarters. Mara, you're currently up in the rigging. Samara, Tobias, Dyson, and Fire. What are you guys doing with your evening?
So I've mastered doing the token healing tattoo. Can I, on my forearm, just practice out an illusion one?
Absolutely. That's shame.
All right. What am I rolling?
Let's go ahead with... I believe we normally do sleight of hand first to see how well you can steady your hand.
Okay. 6. Not great.
Now give me performance with advantage.
Ooh, that's better. Dirty 20.
Now give me a good old-fashioned intelligence check.
Oh, what is my intelligence? There it is. 18.
18. You do a really good job of the ink work. You watch as the magical infusions come into light and the swirling energy of the tattoo indicating that it's been invoked and infused into the surface of your skin.
Okay.
What does the illusion one do?
So if we need like a distraction or anything, like lights that distract an enemy looking a different way. We used it one time when we were in that like swamp when someone was chasing Asborn and I invoked it and they like ran after the light instead of after us.
Oh, that
I
was
remember
alligator. That was alligator shenanigans.
Yeah, that was alligator
During
wrestling.
alligator shenanigans, I used it. And I was like, well, I haven't mastered it yet. Not like I have with the token healing.
Yeah.
Cool.
Oh, by the way, guys, is there anything you guys want me to call you, like specific titles when we meet my family?
Oh, God. Don't ask Tobias.
No, I want to say his full thing.
You're going to say his full
Yeah,
title.
full title.
I don't know if it's better or worse to leave off Brecht.
Good point.
I might
what
leave
did you say? I
off
didn't
Bright
catch it.
Cliffs.
Leave it off.
Well, I might leave off
Oh,
Bright
yeah.
Cliffs.
Mara, I would leave off yours.
Brecht. Let's do Markai.
Yeah. You can use my full one. It's Samara Talmud of the Ivory Heart clan.
I believe you're officially a priestess now, right?
Yeah, of the...
High priestess. We're gonna
No, her mother's the high
Why not?
priestess.
Yeah.
Her mother's vying for
High
to become the
priestess?
matriarch, but yes, she's a priestess.
High priestess.
I mean, why not? We're throwing titles.
High priestess.
Ivory Heart, man. Fire. I guess I would just call you Fire.
Just call me Fire.
Fire. You know.
Not of the Bright Cliffs.
Not of the
Yeah,
Fire.
we're gonna
not of
leave
the Bright
off
Cliffs.
the Bright Cliffs. Just Fire.
Bison the Shameful. That'd be
Bison the
Bison.
Shameful.
What did you say?
Nothing.
What?
You will refer to me by my official title of gamer with a capital G.
I think I'll
Official
pass.
title of Pain in the Tuchus.
What was your mother's name again? Marikai, daughter of.
I have some things I don't know off the top of my head. Hold on. I'll look it up. Give me a few minutes.
No problem.
Why do you need to know her mother?
She's gonna.
So it's
he's-
at least something to say.
Oh,
Yeah.
gotcha.
yeah.
Because
So I'm
we
just
already
gonna
have
be
fire is just fire.
Just
Yeah.
Fire. I'm gonna be the only one. This is Mara, and this is Fire.
Well, I'll say this conversation took place like during the travels, I'll say.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
you get the feeling that there's a lot of formality within the Sinclair family, a lot of kind of old school thought to expectations, behavior, introductions, titles, the
Like
meaning
visiting
of
the
wealth, and this kind of is just a process.
Rossi. What's her name?
Rafi? Okay.
Rossi.
Rafi.
You
You guys should see my notes. I'm spelling everything wrong.
Fire the Orphan.
Fire the
Oh, you should
orphan.
always fire the orphan. They're very
Fire the
unreliable.
Orphan.
Fire of the No Memory.
Except I have my memory now.
We don't.
Yay.
We don't need to tell them that.
We don't need to tell anybody that you're a homicidal murderer.
That's
Do you
true.
remember your maiden last name?
I never had one. I don't
Never had
believe.
one. Okay, so it's just Rafi. Nice.
So while that, I know the word this happened before. You said it's like storming out, like
Yeah.
stormy.
Mm-hmm.
Is it raining?
It's raining.
Okay. I doubt. I should not say anything. I kind of want to commune with nature and make sure that there's nothing crazy in the water.
Not again.
I mean, it's not.
No, you stay here. We go talk to the water. Can I like ritual cast a commune with nature and like
Sure.
be like, hey, what's going on around here?
You settle in, and there's that familiar connection that you make with it. It's disruptive. It's anger. It's misunderstanding. It's confusion. That kind of stormy sense that nature gives you when things are not quite right.
But I
There's
don't feel.
There's a lack of nature in this storm.
Ah, crap. It's one of those unnatural storms.
I got nothing, guys.
Is it
I
the
was gonna
Storm
say.
Lord?
I was
It's
gonna
like,
say.
is it that Yorn guy chasing us again?
I'm gonna look at Thyson. Is it the Storm Lord?
What about him?
Is this him?
Is this him?
Look up.
Are we being followed?
You
we
watch
being
as
followed?
Thyson kind of looks up and around. Thyson, this just feels strange. Doesn't feel like that similar connection you've had with the Stormlord in the past. There's no ache in your chest. Just because you could no longer see the amber gem with the small creature inside of it doesn't necessarily mean it's not there anymore. But whatever seed has sprouted, it does not feel affected by this storm. Your Despater knowledge of yourself is intact. The world creator nexus that you bear is intact. This feels like something else, but you find it hard to understand why it feels like something else.
I don't know. Something.
Does anyone have like a detect good and evil?
Let's see if I have it prepped.
Tobias, like, yeah, Gulshaw does. You're muted,
I
Tobias.
have protection from good and evil, but
Tobias,
not
you're muted.
Tobias.
Hello, Gulshaw. Yeah. Need to detect good and evil over here.
The 5 hours, you just did that to yourself.
Yeah, I
Like
know.
this.
I know your planet's in peril. I don't care. Get over it.
The very Tobias response.
Yeah.
No, I do not have detect good and evil prepped.
Then what good are you, cleric?
At this point, Asborn,
I
you are asleep.
haven't picked a spell for the level up though.
Mara, you're still working on the rigging, while the rest of you are kind of on the deck of the ship trying to figure out what this means.
I haven't picked a spell for the level up. Can I pick that?
After your long rest.
Damn it.
Let's see.
Okay.
What do I got? What do I got? Let me
Could
see
have
what I
been
got.
catnapping all this time.
I like how she just gave you that married look.
She's all, yeah. The one you get all the time?
Oh
Really
no,
does.
no, I don't get that look at all anymore. I just get I get the walk of shame.
There's lots of shame.
Can I chat with? This is gonna sound silly, but can I chat with Pepper and see if he feels anything? I mean, he's the nature. We like telepathically think to each other.
Father want a cracker?
That's not what hawks sound like, or falcons.
Well, they sound
do you
like that
know?
when they're chittering with you. I mean,
Okay.
she's not talking to you like you're prey.
So does he sense anything? Like, what vibe does he get from it?
I mean, he kind of mentally just shrugs at you.
Okay.
Hmm,
Okay.
I'm an NPC. What do I know?
I am going to be reminiscing, or not reminiscing, but going back through my lost memory and going over it, and
Why don't you do it as
Thinking
a
about it.
ritual?
yeah,
Go through her
Wait,
memories as a
wait.
ritual.
go through my memories. I have to have the detect good and evil prepared, even to
Oh.
cast it as a ritual.
Gotcha.
So it's not prepared today,
Look,
so I
we know
cannot
what it is.
cast it today.
We know who it is and we know why it is. So we're good.
Well, let's just set up a watch
just wait
for a
for
long
the-
rest, and then we can.
whatever horribleness is going to come aboard our ship.
It's gonna
and
come.
we'll-
I
What will come will come.
Come with me.
is there
Exactly.
Boy, I feel like I've permanently traumatized all of you.
Oh no,
a
I literally was like, "Oh, it's stormy out. Nothing will come and attack us."
I'll
and
do
then
the
I went,
dishes, honey.
couldn't say that.
Yeah, we are traumatized. 'Cause- so let me get it straight. All you guys are going to go to sleep right now, right?
Are you?
Yeah, you guys
Just
might actually
go to sleep.
actually be traumatized.
Just go to sleep. The
Okay,
guards will
I'm
take
gonna-
care of everything. It's
what's
quiet.
There's the true seeing. I can cast true seeing, and does that see if there's invisible people
Demon storm.
or like invisible seeing eyes?
What does it say?
The spell
Did you get my
gives the
title,
willing
Asborn?
creature you
Yeah.
touch the ability to see things as they actually are. For the duration, the creature has true sight, which I have
It's
to
like
look
a
up.
it's a paragraph.
Yeah, it's
Notices
long.
secret doors hidden by magic and can see into the ethereal plane. So let's see. True sight. Look up true sight. A monster with true sight can, out to a specific range, see in normal and magical darkness, see invisible creatures and objects, automatically detect visual illusions, and succeed on saving throws against them.
Seeing invisible creatures
And objects.
and objects.
And perceive the original form of a shape changer or a creature that is transformed by magic. Furthermore, the monster can see into the ethereal plane to the same range. It's like 120 feet.
That's pretty legit.
So I'm going to cast True Sight and look around.
I could have just done this one, huh?
Oh shit, something's going to happen. The music changed, guys.
As you cast True Sight,
Yeah.
it's strange. There are images, faint shadows, literally just hovering around the perimeter of the ship.
Don't like that.
At first, it's hard to focus as the blur of the rain crashes into your eyes and you wipe the rain out of your eyes and you focus more. At first, what you thought were maybe the edges of clouds floating in and out. There's 2, 3. By the time you count up to 6 dozens of these shadows just lingering on the boundary of both the edge of the ship, above it, and just floating nearby, strange kind of chill running up your spine.
Great.
Piss off, ghosts.
Do they look
Fire
like
all the cannons!
I think
not
Tobias
vulnerable
is
right now, so maybe we
significantly
just
Tobias is
ignore them?
significantly traumatized.
I think.
Okay,
I
so
think
they
they're
look
not
like
bothering.
shadows?
Just like shadows of humanoid images. It's a baby.
Shadows of humanoid images.
Are you telling us this?
Yes.
So for
Ask
Samara,
one.
they're
Thyson,
not
Tobias, and
in-
Mara,
They're not on the ship.
Oh.
They're
Sorry, what
surrounding
about
the
Mara?
ship.
it doesn't even feel like they're surrounding it. They're just hovering out in place. They're just there. It's very
Hey, guys.
strange.
Let's move the ship a little bit and see if they follow.
Okay.
I mean, that requires bringing up anchor. It's going to take hours to do.
Oh no.
Oh, never mind.
Plus
I'm
setting
really
the sail,
excited.
waking up enough of the Thangorian crew to assist you in setting
Are
the main
they-
mast.
Do we have
Are they-
one anchor, or
Well,
do
we
we
make
have
sure we
two
tell the
anchors?
Fangorian guard
You
about
have
it,
the
about what's
one-
going on.
Bow anchor.
Has anyone attempted to like interact with them? Like
I was
talk to
just
them,
gonna say-
or...
No,
Can I-
No.
Can I like change myself into a bird and fly through them? Will they?
Oh, I don't know if you should touch them. Like Fire, can you try to talk to one of them?
I don't want to talk to shadow creatures.
Hi,
We're right here with you.
Azrael.
You're fine.
What
Hi,
would these
Azrael
shadow
and your
creatures would
minions.
talk
What's
to-
up?
What would they talk? What would they speak?
We're here for your soul.
Oh, hi. We
Yes,
figured that.
totally.
Just checking. What are we gonna
Totally
do?
gonna be that.
You
Totally
know.
gonna be that.
Is your soul? Is your soul good with mustard?
Yeah. How are you guys? We're just chilling on the ship.
We want your souls.
Oh, we've got guests, honey. Okay.
What do I
I'm not
even
okay with
speak?
that.
Hold
I
on.
like my soul.
I only speak Druidic and Orc, so if they speak something else, I got nothing.
I speak primordial.
That seems more like it would be maybe.
I
what they-
speak mouse folk.
I speak
The
Very
universal language of love.
As you
everyone
guys
knows it.
are having this conversation, the shadows fade, the storm eases a bit,
fade
things
gone.
Hey, Asborn, do we have storms like this all the time over here, or is this something unusual?
Do I recognize the story?
No, I mean this is unusual weather to be
Very
certain.
unusual. I give him.
Great.
You watch as the
very-
clouds lift a
very
bit
numb.
higher and break apart, and it's now drizzling. The lightning's off in the distance. The thunder kind of off in the distance as the storm shifts and begins to move deeper inland into the valley.
Or the,
Alright.
the shadows are following the storm, or the shadows are gone.
That's up to fire. I mean, only fire can see them.
Yeah, I'm going to tell you.
Fire?
As far as you can tell,
it's
fire
the-
within the moment the storm shifts, the shadows just dissipate and kind of lift away and are out of your view.
Yeah, I'm telling you guys that.
Great.
Storm shifted. I think dissipated.
What's the name of his lake?
Feels really untrustworthy.
Mm-hmm.
I think
It's the
we're fine.
Fellswood Lake.
I wish
Thank
we
you.
would have like attacked them or something. I don't like not knowing.
Because, you know, when
Rather
you...
just kill them.
Yeah, let's attack invisible,
Mean-
shadowy creatures that you can't see.
Well,
That's
I'm
what we do, baby!
Yep.
It's better than not knowing.
I'm gonna cut myself, and then I'm gonna stab the darkness.
Do it.
I mean, that is
Sounds
what I
like a
do.
plan.
Yeah.
Are you a cutter?
I am. I am
Yeah,
a cutter.
blood-
I have lots of cuts.
It's called a
Yeah.
blood hunter.
Blood hunter.
She's a
Many,
cutter.
many cuts.
That's why I heal her, and then she doesn't even have
Here's a
scars.
paperclip, honey.
I actually had to talk my sword into letting me cut myself.
Oh, that's
I
right.
forgot
This
about that.
whole
I
conversation.
forgot about that crazy ass sword you have. All right.
So watches?
Yeah,
Okay,
now that we have
everybody
shadow
do it.
things watching us.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
You don't trust
I'll
them.
do first watch.
I'll take second watch.
I'll take second.
Okay.
I'll take the first watch with Sam.
Okay. Who's taking third?
I'll take third.
Okay.
With Dyson? Dyson, you taking third? Maybe. Dyson?
Sure.
Cool.
Dyson, you can
Yeah.
clean up everything on third watch, right?
I've got like 3 people like vying for my attention right now. Give me a minute.
You're more
Sorry.
important.
His Majesty Tobias Fairweather, first of his kind, last of his kind, Pirate King of the Astral Sea, releaser and recapture of Scourge, the Undead Hydra, Tellers of
Oh, I
Truth,
think we should take
Stealer of the
releaser
Statue
out
of the
of it.
Sacred Heart, Emperor of the Aerial Thieves, Destroyer of the Blackheart Clan Disruptor,
Oh, sorry.
of Malar the Beast Lord, Green
Yeah.
Dragon Bane, Obtainer of the Arcane Seal,
We might want to
Killer
leave that
of
one off.
various monsters, etc.
Etc.
We might want to leave.
You have to say etc. too.
We might want to leave Obtainer of the Arcane Seal off because I don't think we want people to know that we have that.
Sorry. You can make up your own title when you have titles.
Yes,
No,
but
you should switch killer to Slayer.
There
It
you go.
sounds cooler.
It does sound cooler.
Slayer of various
don't-
monsters.
I don't know if we want to advertise that we have the Arcane Seal.
I'm with
We don't
fire
have
on
the
this
arcane
one.
seal. Do we?
Dyson has it, I believe.
Dyson
I
has
thought
it.
I thought we left it.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
should
we
have
just
that.
we risk our lives to leave it. We just left it in
No,
the parade
Dyson
ground.
had Essek had given it to Thyson in a protective box that will destroy it if it
right.
becomes at risk.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. I said obtainer, not haver. It's all in the semantics.
And as a mouse folk, semantics are important.
That's right.
It's pronounced cheddar, not cheater.
You should do something about being the savior of the girl,
The
Caroline.
Tiger Girl?
Oh no, I didn't rescue her.
Samara and Mara, you're taking
And
first
you were
watch.
part of that rescue.
Oh no, I wanted to leave
I
her in
mean,
the
that was
ocean.
that was
Pepper
mostly
stats.
Thyson and Asborn.
Who's on first watch?
Me.
Me.
Sam and Tobias.
Oh yeah, that's right. Samara and Tobias.
I'm pulling up Pepper's stats. I forgot to pull them up.
No
Okay.
worries.
So I got me and Pepper to roll for.
Okay. So the three of you go ahead and give me perception checks.
Oh, perception for me.
Perception.
Natty 20, 26. And then
Perception
for Pepper,
21.
17, 18, 19. So 19 for Pepper, 26 for me.
Okay. The three of you notice unusually large amphibious-like creatures that surface briefly, but then kind of make strange feral noises and disappear back down into the depths of the water. The storm has dissipated. The storm has dissipated more. It's more off in the distance. There's a tendril of the cloud structure kind of leading from the direction that you believe to be the coastal region far off in the distance. The storm has now drifted further and deeper, and it's almost taken on like a cyclonic effect way off in the horizon, deeper into the Morrow Valley. Other than that, your watch goes off with no real problem.
Alrighty.
Fire and Mara on second watch. Go ahead and give me perception checks. You can have advantage because Ember is with you, Fire.
Okay.
Oh, since Fire has advantage. 15.
15.
My passive perception is 19. Can I just add that to my roll? Just kidding. Perception 25.
25. The storm is now completely on the far horizon, getting noticed or being told by both Samar and Tobias that there are lake-dwelling creatures that they saw. You also see them as well. They seem to surface, hunt the small fish on the surface of the water, and then disappear back into the depths. It's a vibrant ecosystem here that you guys are currently in. The storm is now a full cyclonic effect way off in the horizon, almost as if tornado in formation, and it's you see a brief bright light way off in the distance, so far maybe many miles out of on the open space.
Like where would
and then
that
you
be?
watch as the cyclone effect kind of lifts up off and then completely dissipates out in the horizon.
Super weird.
Like,
I don't like
where would
this
that be
color.
at?
Well, if you were awake, I could tell you.
Did
Well,
it look like it was in the direction we were going, or looking like it was in the direction we were?
It looks like it's in the. Well, give me a survival check.
Okay.
Can I help her with that because I'm with her?
Sure.
Do you want advantage or do you want me to roll?
It's up to you
What's the
two.
plus?
On survival, like 2.
Okay, I'll roll twice.
Yeah, I got it. Terrible.
I got a dirty 20.
Okay. You know it to be the hills of Zadash. Very center of the Morrow Valley.
That was the hills of Zadash, the very center of the Morrow Valley.
So precise.
Not where we're going, right?
No.
No.
Complete opposite direction.
Right. Okay.
Mhm.
That is the seat of power within the Dwendal Empire.
That's where we came
Ooh.
from, ish.
Wonder if that was an
Nope.
attack.
No?
The start of the war.
Oh, you came-
yeah,
Yeah, you
sorry.
came from the Zorhashian side of the border.
Yeah, sorry. Got it. I'll do that.
Oh dear, what if that was an attack? What did it look like again?
Tornado?
Like a
Yeah, it looked
Like
like,
a
a very
cyclone.
large and wide cyclonic, like cyclonic cloud that funneled down. There was a brief explosion of light, and then the entire storm dissipated back up into the sky. Maybe, I mean, you're probably a solid 30, 40 miles from where the very edge of the hill is, but it's an unusually clear night.
What could even make that?
So it was the storm that went that way and then turned into a cyclone, bright light down, and went to Zadash. Zadash isn't where what's his face is. He's in
Zoom.
Port Zune, right?
Yeah.
You're talking about Julian?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
Sure.
in Zoom.
We
Okay.
assume he's in Zoom. That's what we were told last.
Assume he's in Zoom. Sorry. Okay. So if something
Well,
was
if my
in
memory
that
serves
storm,
correct, everybody was taken into prison within Nicodranus, because that's the seat of power for the Zehefe. The Zehefe was declared dead. Shulamon took control of the Clovis Conclave.
so he would be in Nicodranus?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Port
he's in
Zune was one of the areas that you were warned to stay away from, including Holyhead, based on the fact that Albin Brecht has recovered the supposed dead Zehefe and had issued a warning to Mara about avoiding certain locations.
All of the locations.
So
To a degree, yeah. But that
So
might be his
whatever-
own kind of way of saying don't get our kids killed.
I mean,
whatever was in the storm went that way, turned into a cyclone, and like beamed themselves down out of the storm. And they were spirity thingies here. That's just lovely. That's just lovely.
yeah,
Okay.
that's this bad. Whatever this is bad.
It's bad. It's bad.
And as you and Mara are having this
Something-
conversation in the polar opposite direction where the
Yep.
storm first originated from, a
Yep.
fresh new storm is beginning to brew up on the very far horizon.
That doesn't seem natural.
like the exact same characteristics.
Seems like it, but it's very far away, but it's getting started.
Okay.
And where's that coming from?
Could this
Give me a survival check.
could this be reminiscent of something that would be like a Qualish thing? Could this remind me of that?
Give me a history check.
Like his like repetitive, like he makes the same things over and over.
I got an 18.
18.
History.
This feels
Ooh.
demonic to me.
24.
So,
Nice.
from your perspective, Fire, it feels like the storms are originating from the coastal region of either Holyhead or possibly Port Zune or somewhere in between. That's kind of the vibe you're getting.
Okay.
Mara, from your memories of Qualish, his obsession had always been contraptions, gears, tinkering, the manipulation of physical items through magics. This feels wholly different. This doesn't feel like Qualish at all.
But wasn't he being forced to make like those like
Yeah, but he's on that island that's headed towards. Where was
Right.
He's on the,
Then-
as far as you can remember, and through your scry ability, he's on the island that's now somewhere off the coast of Holyhead.
Yeah, that's
right. I was
true.
wondering if like they've like adjusted his like now he's being forced to whatever these storms are. He's producing these storms. Is what I was thinking.
Hard to tell. I mean, if there was a
Unless-
flying metallic, contraption, that would feel
Sure.
more like Qualish.
Sure.
Unless it's Tierling.
Like,
It could be.
is she in it, or is she like making? Because I didn't get the vibe that she could make things like this, right? Because why would she?
Well, they
need-
kind of
Maybe-
looked like they were in the ethereal plane too, right?
Maybe she's becoming more powerful as this goes
Oh,
on.
hey, can I ethereal step? Can I step into the ethereal plane? Like right now? I step
If
into
you
the
want.
ethereal plane.
You tell me.
Yes, I step into the ethereal plane.
Can you?
This is like that teacher moment. I don't know. Can you?
Can
Can you? Yeah, that's right.
I step into the ethereal plane. What do I see?
So, Fire, from your position, as you watch Mara just disappear through a thin line of archonic energy, she's there, but then she's gone. But there's like a vapor trail of her essence that she steps through. Mara, the moment that you step through, you look up into the sky, and in the direction where the new storm is brewing, there is a pink and red swirling kind of energy. And in the direction where the storm just dissipated, there's the same energy, but what really has you concerned is that there are just thousands of tendrils of arcane streaks of light going off in all manner of directions from both the storm that just dissipated and the one that's kind of brewing up. And they're small figures. One of the figures kind of descends low enough and then up, and great wings coming off of its kind of strange translucent body of strange red and blackened energy kind of flies away, and there's just this constant streak and return streak of energy, and then this going up deep into the sky. It's very unusual.
The figures, what are they? Are they like humanoid? Are they like?
Far as you could tell, they look humanoid, but they also have wings, extended arms. There's a strange kind of translucence. It's hard to tell from this distance.
Okay.
Demons.
Okay.
Yeah, we really need to get to Hollyhead and close.
Yeah. So I'll step back to the material plane. And I'll tell Fire exactly what I saw.
Okay. As you go to step back through your form,
Is
You feel-
she stuck?
you feel a tightness
No.
around your chest.
Well,
Um,
it only lasts 2 rounds.
Give me
Material
an intelligence save, please.
God, a safe. Oh no! I'm not very smart.
We have her.
Oh, that's only a 16.
Fire, you watch as Mara's unconscious form lands on the deck of the ship. Mara, your translucent form watches your unconscious form land on the deck of the ship,
Son of a bitch.
and you feel yourself being pulled in the direction of the origination of the storm.
I don't wanna.
No.
A medicine check.
Give me a medicine check.
Try run.
Real shit.
I have no control. I have no
I
capacity.
got a
to do
23.
anything.
I got
23. As far as you can tell, she's dead.
Well, I'm gonna try and
No
revive her.
breathing. No.
Revivify.
Cast it. Watch as the diamond dissipates into your hand.
Yeah.
No response.
So I do have another ethereal step. I got 2 when I leveled up. Can I do it again and ethereal step out?
Give me another intelligence save.
That's good. That's a 25.
Suddenly, after almost like you're about to go run and get the others,
Oh yay! I revivified her.
Mara, you come back to consciousness, back into your body. You have 1 hit point.
Oh.
You died. How could you die?
Oh, there's some things. There's many
And
things.
because your medicine check was so good, Fire, you can see the perfect bruised imprint on her ribs, underneath her armpits, and around her shoulders that looks like a very well-placed hand. Like a huge hand had grabbed her, squeezed her.
I'm gonna heal her for
What Wait, what did it look like? My mic died.
No, we're taking a long
It
rest.
looks like a hand.
hand.
good.
No,
Oh,
it's
hands?
fine.
Okay.
Is
Bruised.
75 hit points half your hit points?
I have 176, so that's not quite half.
Okay, take 75 hit points.
Thank you.
Of damage.
Watch as the bruises phase. You feel the ribs remend. You can feel the squirm of the twins inside of you as they kind of respond to you coming back to life.
I mean, how far along is she? She might not feel it yet.
Oh, she feels
No,
it.
I'm like 5 months.
Oh, you feel it. Never mind.
Or yeah, 4 or 5 months.
God damn, dead babies.
Well, you're getting fat too then.
That's
I
mean.
literally
That's
don't know what's
mean.
inside of me and carrying lycanthropes that were like half bear, half lion, and like nobody knows anything. Yeah, I don't
Hey,
know.
I got a fat belly right now too, so just saying.
You don't have the D&D pregnancy handbook. Okay. Jason does.
And I
So
asked
you
Alvin,
can't-
he didn't know anything.
it's not like your pregnancy.
D&D pregnancy
It's
handbook.
D&D pregnancy handbook.
I feel like I could literally give
Only
birth
the good
to any
DMs have it.
animal. Don't even know if it's gonna be the same animal twice.
Only get 2 DMs.
Hey, Thyson, give me a charisma save really quick.
Oh god.
Come on,
Oh
man.
Lord,
attack.
what's
I'm
he?
just-
The big
What's happening to
hands
him?
out. I'm dead.
Okay,
Swing it
nobody
out.
plane shift. It worked very poorly. Don't do it again.
I'll hold back on mine.
I got a 15.
Yeah,
A 15.
Tierling really has a lot of creatures and stuff in the ethereal plane.
This
I
is
wouldn't.
not the first time that has gone poorly for me. I should probably stop doing
You're
it.
not sure why,
Yeah.
Thyson, but there's this immediate urge to rush to the deck of the ship.
Ugh. I love ships. Ships are cool. I would like one of my own one day.
You kind of sit up and race up to the deck of the ship.
I mean,
Does he
just
pass
wait
by
5
my
years.
room on the way there?
Just wait 2 to 4 years and
No, you rush
the
up
bias.
the hold and onto the deck. There
Oh my
you can
God.
see fire hovering over Mara's form, and Mara is gradually picking herself up off the ground. As your eyes begin to glaze over, you look up and away from the two of them, and in the sky through your despater eyes, you can see an elongated energy form that's many miles in length, with two great massive arms trailing hands and fingers, and they're gradually spreading out deeply into the Morrow Valley. You can see at the tips of each of these fingers great cyclonic clouds forming, little funnels beginning to fall down as you watch this storm begin to just hover and rage in the direction of Zadash. And then you feel the strange pain on your back as your wings begin to erupt from your backside. Great leathery red and black wings.
And
As-
no, wait, I'm yellow. I thought I was yellow.
Well, you are. Your
My
despater
wings
wings,
are red.
however, beg to
That's so
differ.
cringe. I got mismatched colors.
You look like
And then-
discount McDonald's. Oh,
I'll be right back, guys.
And then you begin to realize that something is purposely causing you to reveal the part that you're not really comfortable with yet. And you force the wings back. You get control of your eyesight. Take shallow breaths and then deep breaths. And within Zen-like moments, you shake your head. You can see that Mara and Fire have disappeared to the bathroom. They're helping each other. Fire's helping Mara off the deck.
Alright.
A strange sensation. As you look around. But there's that familiar smell in the air. Smell of brimstone, ash, flame. Part of your mind is like, smells like home.
I love demon.
That's
I love demon blood.
that gasoline smell.
Smells like
Smells like
victory.
victory.
So when I'm like under control, can I go look up to where I thought I saw like the whole hands? And...
Yeah, and as you do, it's just a storm. Just a storm.
This ain't no goddamn storm.
It started. Hell is being unleashed.
Give me a survival check, Thyson, since you are also staring the direction that the storms are coming from.
Oh, that's a nice roll. 17.
With what you've seen, the atmosphere, and the height, and the way these clouds are, this is coming from somewhere off the coast. This is not coming from Holyhead. This is coming from somewhere deep within the Lucidian Sea somewhere.
Oh, like
Like
yeah.
an island, perhaps?
the pirate? No, like the pirate place that's got the big hole in it now. I'm sleeping through this whole thing.
Yeah, that's what
An asshole.
still asleep.
Yeah, no one woke me up. I'm just like,
Oh my God, what is she doing? Where did Mara go?
probably had to do kid stuff.
Probably children.
Why, you pesky kids?
What do you want to do, Thyson?
Join his mother.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss?
Everything.
Tyson's
I
attacking us.
know. Tyson's attacking
No, I
us?
was kidding.
No one's not. Shut up.
Tyson said, F it, I'm
You
going to
know
change
what?
sides.
There
You
are
don't sound
some
all that
points-
surprised.
There are some points in this game where you embody your true nature of being a rat.
True.
I don't sound surprised because how many times have we been attacked by ourselves?
Yeah, but it's never me because I'm cool.
No, at the very beginning. I remember when you put on that chainmail.
Yeah, well, we were all doing that.
Yeah,
Hey,
but
the
like I
first
said,
time when
we have
everyone
all
got
attacked.
sucked up, I didn't. The first time.
That was a group event. That was a group event of getting fucked by magic.
I didn't.
Okay.
Nope.
So I got to. He had wings, and
We pushed them
Well,
back.
you, Mara, and Thyson are now on the deck of the ship. The Thangorian guard is either down below. There's a couple of them lingering, but they didn't really seem to notice what just transpired. Nor
Okay.
do they have any magical inclination to wonder anything more than it's just a storm.
okay.
But I leave it up to Thyson as to whether or not he tells you what he saw.
Thyson, I'm looking at Mara, and then I look over at Thyson. Oh, huh. Hey, Thyson. It's not your turn for watch yet. Mara just died.
What?
Mara just died. She went into the ethereal plane, and then her body came back dead.
Mara died. But
I'm
right
back
there,
though.
I got bit.
Fine.
I got better.
I'm not dead yet.
I'm not
I'm not
dead
quite
yet.
dead yet.
He turned me into a
Yeah.
mute.
I got better.
I got bit.
I'm
Therefore, she must be a duck.
A duck.
She's a witch.
How many can we do before we get copyright infringement?
Why would
What else
why of
floats?
all
Very small
companies
rocks.
Monty Python would copyright someone?
No, they're mostly dead. It's okay.
Oh my gosh, I love
Ouch.
Monty Python, though.
Ouch, bro.
Love Monty
Just
Python.
saying,
You're
bro.
old, bro.
Bruh.
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 So, anyways, yeah,
Bae.
Mara died. I brought her back.
All right, Bae.
That's kind of
Cool, Bae.
dead people.
She went into the ethereal plane, and Mara, what killed you? You had big handprint all over your body.
I don't know. So there was this source of something, and it was shooting light over to where the storm was, and it was was it pink and black? Is that what you said?
The storms are not natural.
Right.
There's
There's
fly
just,
things.
figures coming out of it.
Yeah.
Clearly, this.
Bison, the
really
storms are
scary.
not natural. We need to get, and it came from Hollyhead. See
Yeah.
that one over there? It's starting again.
Yeah.
It came from Hollyhead, and it went to. Where'd it go to?
Zadesh.
Zadash.
I'm gonna come over and just kind of lightly say it's all coming from over there. I'm gonna point over towards the middle of the sea.
Yeah,
Well, it's bad.
this is and things are being released. There's these figures. They're creepy, and I couldn't really see them
And
very
they have
well.
wings.
Yeah, they're kind of translucent, Oma. Yeah, bad. Oh god,
We
we gotta get out of here.
Yep. So yeah, should we wake everybody up, or should we sleep longer? I only got 4 hours.
Well, if we get everyone up now, no one gets a long rest, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just
Don't go
Oh.
into the ethereal plane.
just go to sleep. I'll watch. You guys all.
Well, it's
How
your
long into our watch were we?
We'll say you're at the end of it.
Okay.
Just go to sleep. I got it.
Okay, don't go into the ethereal plane.
Do I wake up around this time to start my watch?
Yeah, one of the Fengor guards wake you.
Okay.
Mistress, Madam Asborn,
Yeah.
you asked us to wake you.
Yes, thank you. I'm gonna join my wizard friend up top.
As we're going down the stairs and you're coming up the stairs, I'm gonna look at you and say, "Don't go into the ethereal plane. It killed Mara."
I died.
What?
Yeah, I died.
Don't go into the ethereal plane. It killed Mara.
What is it? What's
The
happening?
plane.
Oh, the
storm.
plane is
The storm.
Oh,
She
the
got
storm.
killed
The storm.
by the whole
Okay.
plane.
Yeah, I think I-
Asborn is
killed her.
literally just waking up from
Yeah.
sleeping.
Rubbing sleep.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what's happening.
You know, asking questions hurts more than just going upstairs.
Giant hands
I'm going up.
squeezing me to death.
I'm
Giant-
already
giant
walking
hands.
upstairs. I'm ignoring them.
As you walk up,
Go
the
to
wind
bed.
has picked up a bit. You can see the heavy cumulus clouds drifting through and off into the distance. Just as you get up there, you can see Thyson staring off in the direction of Zadash as you watch another cyclonic effect drop down into the hills of Zadash. And then way off in the distance, bright light, explosions, thunder, lightning streaking across the surface of the clouds.
It all sounds bad.
It's just us two out here.
Yes, there's two of the guards at the front and back of the ship, but other than that, you're the only ones on the deck at this point. All the others have gone down below to finish their long rest.
Okay.
So you two go ahead and give me perception checks.
All right. Let's see if I can get something good for once.
Be perceivable.
My eyes are slightly groggy. 13.
I got
Okay.
a 15.
Okay. It's a evening of storm clouds rolling in, bright explosions in the distance. Storms rolling in, bright explosions in the distance. Eventually, by the end of your watch, just as the horizon is beginning to brighten with the morning light, the storms completely elevate up. The darkness of the storms dissipate. The last roll of the thunder. Well, that was some storm last night, dear. As you watch your grandmother come up out of the main hold with the rest of the guard in tow. Do you have the ability to make breakfast, or do you just live off of air and water? I mean, you are very skinny.
Do we have a kitchen on this ship? I thought we basically just apparated the food.
I mean, the common deck is usually where you guys gather for meals.
I'll take my Mima down there.
Okay. She's kind
Me
of
and
laughing.
Mima are gonna get
I'm just
food.
Do we wake
kidding.
up?
Called her Mima.
Yeah, eventually everybody rouses to
Are
the
we long
normal.
rested?
Yeah, everybody's long rested, so you can take the effects of your level up.
Let's get this ship
Oh, wait, did
underway. Then we can
Did we
eat
level up
breakfast.
to 15 or 16? What were we leveling up to?
20,
15.
17.
Oh, 15. Okay.
30.
Okay, 15. I already did it.
20.
I'm
Oh,
at
I
17
need-
already.
The basic monsters.
I need to
Hurry
pick
up the
another.
timeline.
What's happening? Oh, you're all ultimate power. Yes, 17.
Ooh, do I want to take anti-magic field?
I want to get to 17 so I can finish the campaign. That's the finish
I
the
can
campaign
take-
level.
I can take control weather.
What does that mean? Finish the campaign level.
Yeah,
I have a
don't
plan.
think that's going to do anything.
I
have
know.
a plan.
Kill us all.
I know you told me this plan a while back. I completely forgot.
That sounds about right.
I'm like fairly certain that his plan is to just kill us all. Be like, it's done.
No, you're my
It was
friends.
something crazy. I forgot though.
You know
Just,
what
you
I
know-
do have though
The classics.
is Tobias. If you want to be turned into a giant animal, I can now do that.
Woohoo.
Not even a giant animal, just a taller Tobias.
Turn him into Tobias, but people-sized.
Yeah,
I wonder if I could do that.
what I imagine the last battle is I'm as big as Godzilla and I'm going through like Port Zune. And picking up Suleiman.
And then there's bad dubbing people looking up at you.
Yeah.
Oh my God!
Tobias is attacking the city. That's right. Tobias Zilla's attacking the city.
Tobias Zilla. Tobias Zilla.
I really wish I could turn you into like a giant rat. That would be cool.
Born from strange storms in the darkness. Tobias grew and grew.
I like how your title doesn't mention Storm Chaser.
Yeah. Too narcissistic to include myself in a group.
A paragraph-long title is not narcustic enough.
No, he's too narcissistic to include himself.
Not mentioned any of you people. You know why? Because you call me a rat all the time.
Also, there's no captain on there, is there?
No, I've ascended above captain.
He's a majesty.
I am the pirate king of the astral sea.
But shouldn't you be captain of the Crimson Revenge?
Wow,
would that be on there?
I'll give the captaincy to one of you guys.
Small wedges of cheese. So it's
I'll just
morning.
go back in my stateroom and.
Do you want to start preparing the ship?
Let you guys run the day to day.
Yeah, let's do this.
Okay. Takes about an hour, but within about an hour, you've consumed breakfast, and you're gradually going aloft and up into the air. By the time you reach about 1,000 feet, you begin to drift in the direction of the Ashen Valley or the Ashen Vale, and within a few hours, you're hovering over familiar locations for you, Asborn. As you're looking down the edge of the sea or at the edge of the railing, it's all familiar to you. Your grandmother is standing alongside you. The great wild, herds of beasts kind of shifting underneath the shadow of the dirigible. The sight of the farmland rolling steadily underneath, and off in the distance, the gradual growth of the family estate, the town-size estate. One of these days, you start thinking about maybe naming this town, but you're not really sure. It's never been named. It's just always been known as the estate. All this wealth and power flowing underneath. Eventually, about maybe an hour goes by, the ship settles onto the ground, and there you can see, beginning to trundle in the direction of the airship, a great kind of baggage train of carts and horses coming this direction. This beautiful series of carriages getting closer and closer. Best you could tell, you have maybe 30 minutes till they arrive. What would you guys like to do?
I'm gonna start cleaning myself up and preparing my speech.
Okay.
I'm writing all of Tobias's titles down as fast as I can. I'm burning through quills.
No, I have it pre-printed on a card.
You got it faxed at Home Depot.
It's like my card, my business card. There you go.
It's like your calling card.
Yeah. Who should I say is calling? And I pull out my card, which is like this big here. Read this. It's like as big as a Vax card. It's so big.
Oh my gosh.
You guys got about 30 minutes till they get there.
I'm brushing my hair.
Oh, I'm getting my best captain's outfit on. Brushing
I pulled out my sending stone, but it didn't activate it, and I'm just pacing back and forth in my room.
I'm cleaning myself.
Really, Tobias?
We have showers.
We have showers.
What? Huh? This is way better.
I don't even think I can watch that. So I'm packing up all the necessary things into my bag of holding so that it's all with me. Yep.
Okay.
And getting ready to disembark.
As
with,
all of you are on the deck of the ship, waiting for this procession to finally reach where you've landed, everybody make perception checks, please.
Can I see?
Ooh,
I cannot see.
Man, I got an 18.
26.
Okay.
28.
Okay.
I got an 8.
Hold on, I'm rolling.
No worries. 21. All of you except Asborn. Asborn, she is just staring at the procession as it's getting closer. For the rest of you, there's this strange little dot in the air that's getting slightly bigger, but it never gets that much bigger. As it gets within about 100 feet of the ship, there is a small mouse flying on some kind of disc-like object, and it immediately drops down onto the deck of the ship, and you watch this ball of fur dressed in kind of like robes with all manner of like eyes emblazoned on the robes, and immediately runs up to Tobias, grabs him, lifts him in the air.
Hey!
Hey, Tobias!
Why are you talking like Mickey Mouse?
No!
Don't do
No.
that unironic.
No.
Come on, man.
So I totally have that
Tobias.
robe on a different character.
Tobias, is that really you?
Yeah.
Do you not recognize your sister?
Hey, sis.
You don't remember me.
Tobias, you have a sister. Is she a younger sister?
I mean,
It's hard to tell.
It was like
Yeah,
2 years
rat.
ago when I left.
Oh, well, I would have just been a small child at that point.
What, do I remember her?
Or a small youngling mouse. You remember a very young Sarah.
Oh,
Sarah
Sarah.
Grayfur.
They kind of look like little naked potatoes
Sister.
when they're little. So Just
What's
saying.
your name?
Sarah.
Sarah.
We have to remind you what your own sister's name
Did
is.
her little
Do you know what we've been through? Okay.
Did her little disc look like the discs we used to get on the ship?
Yes, they look like Tenzer's discs.
How's mom and dad?
Oh, they're doing great. When Shulamon came to destroy the warrants, they were the first ones to warn everybody. Pretty much everybody got out alive.
Oh, that's good.
That's good.
I was told
And we
everybody
now
was
stay in
killed.
the old abandoned Sinclair mines, and we've been gradually turning them into our homes. Oh my gosh, it's so good to oh my gosh, you
Oh,
look
so nice of him to give you a
so-
hole in the ground, huh?
You look so much older.
Tobias,
How old
what
are
do
you
think
now?
your
5,
warrants are?
6?
I just turned 5, so yeah.
Whoa.
Middle-aged.
Yes. How are your knees? Are they okay?
Yeah, they're still good.
Oh.
I'm getting
Well,
around without a cane.
It's great. Oh, and you watch as she goes kind of like running over to where Lydia Sinclair is, and Grandma Sinclair looks down at her. Ah, Sarah, it's good to see you. Is everything okay? Yeah, I just wanted to let you know that there was at least, I don't know, a dozen or so messengers that arrived this morning, and they were all carrying banners from Zadash. There was quite a massive amount of conversation and confusion, and I was so excited I couldn't sleep, so I knew my brother was coming in, and Mom and Dad are cleaning up the warren and getting a big celebration ready. I understand. It's I will find out what is going on as soon as they get here. Oh, okay, good. And the mouse goes running back over to Tobias, grabs you by the hand. Come on, let's go. Let's go to Mom and Dad.
All right.
She
Tobias?
brings you up on the disc, and then
I'll be back.
You watch as the disc just
Tobias.
disappears off into the horizon.
Bye.
You guys are like, we can relax now. Thank God. We're going to be away from this guy for at least.
Oh, come on.
They're all dancing. Woohoo,
Right, I
da,
want to
da,
do it like right at
no
the cutoff.
Tobias. Yeah.
A few minutes goes by, and you hear from down below, "Ahoy! Ahoy,
I'm
vessel!"
gonna look over the edge.
You look down. There's
Are we parked in the air?
no, you're on the ground, but your
Okay.
ship is 30 feet tall. I mean, you're basically 3 decks, so you're about 30 feet
Yeah.
tall.
So,
So
I'm gonna
looking
look over the
down,
edge.
you can see where the procession of carriages is stopped. There's a rider on the back of a beautiful warhorse, and she's her long red hair kind of down over her shoulders, wearing the Sinclair blackened armor. Do you carry family on board?
Maybe.
Go ahead, Asborn.
Yes.
I'm gonna nudge Asborn towards the edge.
I
Ah,
wave.
Yeah, we got
Osborne.
Grammy. We got Grammy Sinclair.
Grandma
Mima.
Lydia. Well, if the two of you would be so kind to bring you and whoever's coming so that we could return to the estate, there's much to talk about.
Should we park closer?
No, please don't. No, this is fine.
Who's got those discs?
I do. I was just gonna say I'm gonna pull out the Tenzer's discs
Okay.
so we can glide
Okay.
down.
We'll be right down.
So 5 minutes goes by, and all of you kind of make your way down to the carriages. At this point, you realize that an old abandoned farm's been crushed by the ship. You can see it kind of splayed out.
Oops.
Ooh.
Oops.
Yeah, this is good. Please, no close
Did
to
I
the
do that?
I do that.
Mistress Lydia, Mistress Asborn, if you would kindly make your way to your carriage so that we can get all of you safely into the estate, please.
We really have to stop squishing things when we land, guys.
Yeah, we're not great at
I
steering.
think
the
I'm
car.
better
Walk on the
at
orange
landing
and then
than
walk
that,
right
but
there.
okay.
It's like the second time we've landed. I don't think you would be yet.
Yeah, we have to stop
The
squishing
problem is that we
things.
need to actually look where we're going, and we don't do that.
Well, but can we look under us? That's-
Yeah, I could have
I
like
think-
landed on an orphanage, so be nice.
Be grateful.
At least it was an abandoned.
Could have been worse syndrome. Could have been worse.
Rowboat and an abandoned farm. I think I'm doing pretty good.
Well, let's kill Beth.
So with
Almost.
this,
Did
it's
not.
about a 15-minute journey through the rolling hills of the outskirts of the estate property, the farms, the ranches, the small craft works, and you could see the columns of some of the more active mines deep up in the hills. Every now and then, a small mouse folk carrying a bundle, talking to either a human or maybe an elf or a halfling. They all kind of stop to see the carriages and kind of wave as it goes by. The Sinclair banners, more importantly, the house of the grandmother, are now the dominant banners on the carriages. And they're kind of on the side of houses and buildings as the 15-minute journey takes you to the very middle of the Sinclair estate, where shops and markets are open, kiosks. Everything is wet and damp from the evening's storm. All of you can see tethered up in front of the Sinclair estate a series of horses, very exhausted individuals wearing the colors of the Dwendalian Empire. They're kind of either drinking mugs of tea or coffee, talking hurriedly with each other. You can see a couple of the Sinclair guards like handing over pipes filled with tobacco, hands on shoulders, kind of trying to calm them down. And as the carriages stop, the doors open. Hands are held out for the grandmother, and one by one, you kind of all disembark, make your way up towards the granite stairs and on to the dais that takes you into the massive Sinclair estate. Its towers standing 5-6 stories tall, the central body of the estate, 3 stories. It's busy with all manner of servants running about, doing their daily chores, daily activity. And there you see waiting kind of in the archway of the main part of the estate, many access points into many rooms. And this is quite a massive place, is a familiar uncle.
Oh, I waved to my uncle.
Kitman
Okay.
Sinclair comes walking over. Ah, Grandma Lydia, you made it. Looks over to, Asborn. Niece,
See you.
it's good to see you. Judging by the weather, I see you did not deliver our gift. And he gives you a very passive-aggressive look, and then immediately turns
No,
to...
he did not.
I did not.
immediately turns to Grandma Lydia and goes, how was your journey, dear? And he holds out his arm, and the two of them begin to lead the rest of you deep into the reception area of the family estate. You eventually come to these series of white marble doors that immediately are opened by some more of the Fangorian guard that are there. They swing open to a very busy chamber filled with all manner of people. Yelling, talking, whispering, laughing. A fist fight nearly breaks out between 2 nobly dressed individuals. And then the uncle kind of halts the procession. You will mind yourselves. The keepers are here. This bickering will cease. And immediately the whole room becomes silent. For those of you that understand magic, there was a bit of thaumaturgy behind that expression that was issued out into the chamber.
The keepers.
You watch as the crowd begins to gawk and stare at all of you as you come in.
Who are the keepers?
The uncle turns to look at Asborn. You'll take your seat, niece. And there, in the very center of this massive granite table, is a single chair that is slightly elevated than all the other chairs. And to the right of it is the emblem of the army, and to the left of it is the emblem of the council. You watch as Grandma Lydia takes the center chair. You guys watch as Asborn takes the chair to the right. The one to the left remains vacant, as Asmon has not yet returned.
Say it.
All the other chairs are pulled back one by one. Everybody sits down at the table. Grandma Lydia reaches over to grab the council staff and now, what is the reason for all of this noise and nonsense? This is how we greet our elders? How we greet our council keepers? Forgive us, mistress. We have heard rather shocking news from messengers that have been sent by the Dwendals. Young King Dwendal is in need of our help and our aid. Some unnatural phenomenon struck the capital city of Zadash last night. His riders rode through the night, their horses dead from exhaustion, them nearly dead from exhaustion themselves. But it would seem that the majority of Zadash has been laid waste, mistress.
Yeah, that was flying demons.
It killed me too.
Excuse me, you must speak up. I can't hear what you said.
That was like flying demons. We saw the storm last night.
There's like a smattering of laughter. Yeah, I'm sure they all flew out of our ass.
No, they came out of the ethereal plane.
Yeah.
But, you know, I mean, if you think your ass is in the ethereal plane, good for you.
I wouldn't recommend checking though. I did that and they killed me.
Yeah, don't go there. It's bad. It's full of demons.
Yes, well,
Please
anyways,
forgive my companions.
yes, the adults will begin talking now. Just a general murmur of just laughing and disbelief.
Oh, don't worry. You'll find out soon enough.
What do you mean by that?
Oh, they're coming.
So you're saying what happened to Zadash is going to happen here?
Probably.
And who speaks? Who are you? The young
Hi, my name's
nobleman.
Fire.
Ah. Oh, yes, the great destroyers of Darktoe. I know who you are.
Well, I mean, that wasn't my fault.
I would expect that as a response.
That was totally Shulamon. He hit this giant rock or this stone with this big hammer. And
Very well, Miss Asborn, would you kindly introduce your friends? The decorum is collapsing quite quickly.
Yes, so I brought with me my companions. I start by pointing at Dyson. This here is Dyson, the shameful survivor. I point at Samara. This is Sarmar Talmud of the Ivory Heart clan.
There's some murmurs of recognition that kind of bristle through the crowd.
I point to Mara. This is Marakai, daughter of Rafi. You've already met Fire, and this is His Majesty Tobias Fairweather, first of his kind, last of his kind.
Isn't there.
I'm not there.
Oh, he's not here?
Isn't there. No, Tobias isn't there.
So I retcon that. I totally forgot that he got abducted by
His sister.
his sister. I was so focused on getting ready to say this, I just
For your
almost
hopes.
forgot about that. Yeah,
I'm sure we can meet
and
your
of course,
mousefolk
Fire.
friend later. I understand that it's a homecoming for him, is it not?
Yes. He thought for the longest time that his family's dead, and yet he returns home to them all. I have you to thank for that.
Oh, you have Matilda and Peter to thank for that. Not only that, but our relationship with them has grown quite well over time. They have made us far more profitable than we could ever hope. Even some of those abandoned mines that we gave up on. We are not here to discuss the mines, Neil. We are here to find out what happened to the Zadash. Well, madam, the messages that came through this morning have told us that strange arcane-like energy crashed into many of the buildings, seem to be localized on the military structures, the infrastructure that keeps the city going. Our understanding is that the Cerberus Assembly was heavily damaged. The Empire Palace was nearly destroyed. And our understanding is the great fairgrounds of the military might of the Dwendals was nearly laid waste. Supposedly, they were gathering their army for a march towards the gates and valleys to the Menagerie Coast. Needless to say, that will not be happening. The amount of damage that they've sustained is vast. Whatever they have left on their feet, they say that they're sending to the borders with the Zahashians. They fear that an attack from them is imminent. Well, that's just daft nonsense. We were just with the Zahashians. They make their way for Nicodranus by sea. Who is leading them right now? The king has taken specific ownership of the armed forces. Most of his best commanders have perished. Interesting. So for the first time in our lives, it would seem the Dwendals need us more than we need them. There's like a murmur of laughter from the crowd. She holds up her hand. Well, what does the commander of our armed forces think we should do? Grandma Lydia looks over at Asborn.
Providing support to them right now may prove useful to us later. We could hold this over their head for many years.
At what cost?
What do they request?
There's a voice that echoes out of the crowd. Let's hear from those that destroyed Darktoe. Clearly they know what they're doing. The sarcasm dripping from the crowd.
Was
I'm
it
gonna
common knowledge?
get up from my chair. Who said that?
Was it common knowledge that they were marching to Nicodranus?
For the Zahashians? Yeah.
Who knew of this plan?
Everybody that sat at the council table.
So
There were
potentially
Sinclair
Shulamon
people
knew
at
this
the.
plan.
I couldn't hear you. Cut out, Mara.
Oh, so potentially Shulamon knew of this plan, of this march.
Well, I mean, you get the feeling that she's a clever enough person that she would have taken the appropriate precautions. Grandma Lydia was there at the council. That's how she knows.
Sure. I feel like if they knew that they were coming for Shulamon.
Well, dear, it's not as if the Dwendels knew that. We knew that because we were there. Their insulary behavior tends to keep them blind to the obvious. But, you know, being the benefactor of those that destroyed one of the most notorious islands known in the recent histories, I can only imagine that you and yours must have something to offer to this conversation. Now, Neil, you go too far. They are our guests. I understand. But they are such important guests. And clearly, now that they're here, there are those out there that will be eager to know why they're here, are there not? There are many eyes looking for many targets. Did we just become one? Did Mistress Asborn's arrival suddenly make us relevant in whatever this fucking struggle is? You will
Permission to
mind
address the
yourself,
council?
Neil. The nobleman just smiles and sits down.
Permission to address the council, please.
Of the Ivory Heart, you may?
Yes. I feel, council members, that with all due respect, we are getting bogged down in the politics of this situation. We're not facing mere power struggles. We're facing total oblivion of our world. And it would be within our best interest to band together to stop Shulamon and to stop his plan. Because as of right now, we have portals to hell that are opening up that need to be closed.
Give me a persuasion check.
Hence the demons that are coming.
Persuasion. Oh, I'm great at persuasion. So
Wait,
great.
can I give her advantage? Not that
You
I'm
would give her
better at it.
disadvantage.
Oh, no, I was just saying, not that I'm better at it.
Can I cast Bardic Inspiration under the table?
Sure, you can be inspired by Asborn's introduction of your title.
I'm gonna flit what's her Ember over and guidance.
Okay, so what is Bardic Inspiration? What's a D?
I think it's a D12 now, isn't it?
Wait, is it?
I don't know.
Put a level in fighter. Wait, I had the
Oh.
tab open. Oh my goodness. Features traits.
I'm on
It
it.
is a D10.
D10.
Oh, D10. Okay, so D10.
And you have a D4 for guidance as well.
Yep, which I will definitely use because I need to persuade them of this. So, oh, that's amazing. Okay, so that's 18, 19, 24.
Ooh.
There's a murmur through the crowd, some nodding, some shaking their head. You watch as the nobleman that they keep referring to as Neil, and for you, Asborn, you recognize it as one of your cousins. The one that you thought for the longest time had supported your grandfather, but the fact that he's here speaking and alive kind of shocks you. Then you guys hear two unfamiliar voices with the exception of Asborn. You then hear Damien and Aveline enter into the chamber arm in arm. And you hear Aveline's voice carry over the chamber. When has it been said that we continue to behave so rudely to guests that we just brought to our table? Surely, Neil, you do not need to be reminded of your position here. Neil just nods in Aveline's direction. Both Damien and Aveline approach you, Asborn, and lean in, giving you very kind of familiar hugs and acknowledgments. They nod at their paternal matriarch sitting in the chair. I think Samara of the Ivory Heart speaks with some truth. However, we do not know what we cannot see. We understand what happened to Dark Toe, but we do not see what has happened to Dark Toe. Rumors and politics are the things of discussion because that is what is in front of us. We have received information that the Zohashians are on the move. Grandmother has said that to be so. Clearly, all of you bared witness to the council that the Zohashians had. The Dwindals did not have a seat at that table. They would not know this. Their insulary approach to politics keeps them blind to the obvious. Ours keeps us on the defensive. We cannot be blind in our understanding and have no clarity of the think or the thought of what to do. That is why everybody is here. Clearly, great things are set in motion. We agree. Whatever that storm was clearly not a natural phenomenon. But that doesn't mean we understand exactly what's going on. You and yours have been involved in many interesting dealings of the world. Even now, we wait for Asmon's return. He says he has garnered a treaty that he feels will aid all of us in what we may be approaching. He has even spoken with some young members of the Taldori Council and gained favor with them as well. He has secured an ear at the seat. But their council is not formal. It's merely a group that suggests to their leaders. So, whether or not the rest of Exandria cares as to what's happening here in Wildmont, here deep in the politics of our concern, what can we do?
You can lend us aid.
What do you require?
Manpower to kill a pseudo-god?
And then what?
We'll just have
How
to pose
exactly
some
does
sort
one
of-
kill something as powerful that through supernatural means can reach out with the hand of something and destroy nearly an entire city? What exactly are we supposed to do against that?
We have to
Well, we
cut him
have
off
to-
from the source of power.
We have to kill Shulaman, which is the person that Zarel made the pact with.
If she's made this pact, is the pact already concluded?
We don't believe so.
I believe the terms of the pact probably included their full return into this realm as some sort of physical
If
manifestation.
what you say is true, and I do not mean to overstep my boundaries, Dada, but if what you say is true, she is here. If Zarel is able to wield this power, can we not assume the inevitable conclusion is about to happen?
Then why are we not fighting to stop it?
Which is why haste is of the utmost importance.
Well,
Or have we already failed?
I don't think
Such a
Gwen-
negative Nelly.
I don't think
If
Gwen
we're
is
working
back.
on the assumption that we've already failed, then we haven't even tried. We're asking for you to help us try. If we're going to go down, we'd like to go down with a fight.
Was the destruction of Darktoe, as you say, a try?
No, that was him trying to fulfill his
That-
side of the pact.
That was a trick on Shulaman's part. We were lured there under false pretenses.
Would more caution and careful study have prevented that?
No.
I don't think
I
so.
highly doubt it.
We had no way of knowing what he was planning.
Somewhere off in the distance, a cackling mouse can be heard.
Where's this mouse coming from? Goodness.
For
We have
some of
learned
you,
much in our travels, and we have grown wiser through our various interactions. So yes, I do believe that more careful study. At the time, we had no knowledge of this. We know more now. And we know that we need aid. We know that we need the support of the larger familial groups of this land to be
Well,
able
we
to
know what we're up
achieve our
against
goal.
now.
Do you? You watch as Damien puts his hand on his wife's shoulder. I understand your purpose here. I understand, to a certain degree, what's at play. I understand your concerns. I hear the empathy in your voice. The lack of hubris, however, has me concerned. You still do not recognize your part in this. You stand here saying that you know more now. You stand here with the realization that you were tricked. You stand here with the realization that something that you didn't plan for happened. This family has lived in this valley for 400 years, since the near founding of the Dwendals. Just don't simply walk through the door without knowing what's on the other side. There's a great deal of murmurs and agreements from the crowd.
Every single person we come to and talk to is much more concerned with keeping their status quo to their dying breath at the hands of a blood-soaked demon than actually try and stop it.
We've gained allies with the Ivory Heart clan. We've gained allies as we've gone through. We're asking you to ally with us.
Well, that decision is Asborn's. She is in charge of the military now. I suspect Grandmother Lydia leans in her favor, but waiting for Asmon's return may be required. But I suppose Aveline can sit in his stead. You watch as Aveline takes the third seat. So, do we ally ourselves with the forces that decided or have decided how best it is to defeat whatever this entity is? Whatever agreement and pact, whatever power is assimilated in the far western reaches of the Menagerie Coast, lays waste to entire cities, and can reach its hand wherever it chooses to go? Or do we leave Wildmont? We have the ability to.
Will that truly save us from the power they've created?
You talk about how you just saying that you lived in this place for 400 years and how assumedly proud of it you are, but you just pussy out as soon as there are a little bit of demons around?
We call that survival, Master Thyson.
Survival this?
Yeah,
They're assuming it's not going to really help you if you just skip town to another planar or anything like that.
Well, according to your young friend Fire, we can't even do that anymore.
well,
Precisely.
not the ethereal plane. That's not saying you can't go to other planes.
Well, it's
I
precisely
wonder.
that. It's if you find this land worth saving, if you find its people worth saving, then you should fight for it.
I don't know if that would stop Tyrling from trying to find them, or I guess Zarel from trying to find them, though, because from what I understand, they're trying to undo that blood oath and bring back Lathander. I mean, the false god Lathander.
Aveline jumps to her feet. What did you say?
That they're trying to, Shulaman is trying to undo a blood oath and bring back the false god Lathander.
Her hands.
He also wants to avenge his love, Gwendolyn.
Yeah, I don't care about that.
But I think
But they
Shulaman
might.
cares about that. And I
She
don't think
turns to look
Gwendolyn
at
is
Damien,
back.
and she looks at all of you with a steely gaze.
Sorry.
What do you know of the Shadow God?
That he's a jerk.
I know of
Such a
the sacrifices
asshole.
we've taken to seal him away,
I can assure
and
you.
all the sacrifices that we've lost
The
that day.
Cobalt Soul had all of his stuff.
You mean the organization in Nicodranus that is now under his control?
Yep.
Yes.
Let's see. Daughter, I can assure you, you have no idea the sacrifices we've made. You watch as...
Is that his uncle talking?
That was...
I mean, is
that
that
was,
Asborn's uncle talking?
no, that was Damien.
Oh, okay.
Grandma Lydia kind of puts her hand on Damien's hand. That is enough, Damien. We will not speak of that anymore. What is done is done. And she stands. I stand with Asborn. Asborn, if our military forces are to choose sides in this, I will stand with you. You watch as Grandmother Lydia looks down at Aveline. She just shakes her head, sits. We will stand with you. It doesn't feel like the right thing to do. But Samara's speech is clearly influencing. So, where do we go? Where do we march? What is our preparation?
Insight check. Is it Samara's speech?
Give me an insight check.
Hold on. What's my insight? You got 18 plus 9. I can't math. 27?
27.
You have +9 to insight?
Wow, that is
Jesus.
high. Man, you don't like being lied to.
She is clearly lying.
Mm-hmm.
Her eyes tell you it was probably the mention of the shadow god.
I'm pretty sure it's the fact that her family is partially responsible and they're going to come after them no matter where they go. So, oh yeah, they're going to, put their lot in with us. Yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
definitely.
Sorry, go on.
Yeah,
So
I
what
could be
are your orders? What do we do?
I believe it's time we take the fight. We must march on. We're going to Darktoe, right? Not Darktoe.
No, we were going to Hollyhead.
Hollyhead. Yes.
We want to close that portal.
Yes. It's time to march on Hollyhead. We know of an island there that produces bees. It's time we take preparation against that. I can inform our soldiers later today.
Perhaps assemble your war council would be in good order. Get your commanders organized.
Yes, I think that's time.
Very well. Aveline stands. This meeting is adjourned. Now, to more lighthearted conversations. And with that, all of the assemblage kind of disperses into small groups. Aveline and Damien run over to Asborn the minute she stands, and they're picking her up off the ground, hugging her, and admiring her skinny pallor and her pasty face. And the whole council kind of descends into just this. As formal as all that was, this lack of formality is almost black and white to the feeling of the room. Everybody who was either tense or murmuring or interjecting or being very political minded is suddenly put on that other face, the family face, the face of wealth. The face
Anyone look like they're avoiding me?
I mean, there's no one actually looking to have anything to do with you, period, as far as you can tell.
Right, so they're all avoiding me?
It kind of feels that way. For the most part, they're avoiding all of you except Asborn.
I'm just greeting my family right now.
There's a couple that come over to kind of receive a blessing from Samara.
Mm-hmm.
as that faith has definitely gained some traction recently. For the most part, it's just that kind of weird, you're all the little kids at the little kid table, and all the adults are experiencing the conversation. Tobias takes about 20, 30 minutes to reach the new Warrens.
Take all of their pictures down and put mine up. I'm just messing with you. Okay.
He's the last one. You must be.
As you drift on Tenzer's disc with your sister, she never shuts up. True fashion to a gray fur, it's constant prattling on about everything under the sun. And the familiarity of it just warms your heart. You look down, the busy Warren entrances have all been converted into farmsteads. You could see the small miniaturized versions of the animals. The great herds of guinea pigs strewn all out through the ranch lands, being taken care of by those that have always done this for generations. It's surprising to see so many of your kind still alive. You were clearly under the false impression that they had all been taken. There are hundreds of them swarming in the direction of your sister, and then two forms come out of the entrance of one of the warrens built into the side of the mountain. Your father and your mother wait there patiently with big smiles on their faces. The disc lands. Well, anyways, I told Joseph that if we were going to go... Oh, wait, there's Mom and Dad. And she goes running. The disc disappears. You're standing amongst your familiar mouse folk. The cold morning sun kind of just bringing this all in. There's murmurs from the other mouse folk as they point. It's Tobias. It's Squeaks. Squeaks. Oh my God, Squeaks.
Squeaks.
Yeah, they don't know.
And then
Tobias
occasionally someone that looks a little familiar comes out of the crowd. Good to see you, Squeaks. It's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And then another kind of pat on the back. You find yourself falling back into old habits of you immediately shed your wild persona and you're back into your Squeaks gray fur persona. As a very large mouse folk just gathers you up. Son, it's good to see you. How are you?
Dad, how you doing?
Well, we're lucky to be alive thanks to your mother.
What happened? Where'd you guys get that coloring book?
Your mother comes over and kind of grabs your cheeks. Always to the point with you. Always to the...
I've been through a lot.
Come inside and put your feet up and let's just have a cup of coffee and talk?
Who attacked you guys?
A long time.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to figure stuff out.
Well, please, come in. Come in for breakfast first. And a few minutes goes by as you enter in through the entrance of the warren. Eventually, the crowds kind of disperse, going back to what they're doing. You lose sight of your sister. Then another brother walks by you. Hey, Squeak! Then another sister walks by you. Hey, Squeak! Another brother walks by you. Hey, Squeak! Then another sister walks by you. Hey, Squeak!
Oh my God, how many siblings do you have?
They have a clutch there, obviously. I'm like the...
Well, you are one of the more elder siblings of the 36 siblings that you have.
Okay.
But eventually you make your way into the deep warren that they've claimed as home. And that familiar smell of stew on the burner, the soft kind of underground. I mean, for the longest time, people have always assumed that mouse folk live like them, like the assumption of rodents. One of the interesting things of stereotypes. They couldn't be more wrong. Mouse folk love their homes. And these are homes. They're warm, they're comfortable, they're festive, they're well decorated. There is a room that's been dedicated to you. There's a bed and a place for you to lay your head down. Well, I am almost terrified to ask, dear. What have you been up to?
Well, I start eating like I used to. Yeah. Well, I was. I guess I'm gonna lie to him, but I was captured by pirates. And they liked me, so I became a pirate. And,
Oh. What is a pirate, dear? I'm unfamiliar with the term.
we were on a ship in the sea, and we attacked other. But the lady I was with, she was really good about it. She only attacked like bad people, so we didn't attack good ships. And then I got some friends, and I was looking in. That book you gave me had a treasure map, and so me and my
The
friends.
coloring book. That was puzzles and things to keep you busy.
Yeah, well, I was kind of young. I didn't know any better. It had a treasure map, so the treasure map was actually a real map. Someone put in the book, probably Shulamon.
I'm sorry, dear. I don't understand. Why would anyone be interested? I mean, you watch as she reaches back. She pulls out another coloring book and kind of shows it to you. We have dozens of them.
All right.
These keep the kids busy. How could a coloring book be of any consequence? It doesn't make any sense.
Well, someone put that map in there for me to find it,
Or for just it to be found.
and so we followed it. We followed the treasure map, and we found some treasure. And
We've always gotten all of this material from Majestic, the Tinkerer.
Oh, okay.
He
Make a
traveled
note of
with
that.
us. He's very old. He does have his own warren here. But to this day, I still get old coloring books and old puzzles from him to give to the kids and the other small mouse folk that I take care of. It's very strange that you think that had any value other than fond memories of your use.
Well, maybe I need to go talk to Mr. Majestic.
Well, I mean, he's down on the north side warren, up on the third top hill.
Who attacked you?
We don't really know. I was practicing a new spell that I learned, and it gave me the ability to see things or to know danger. And it worked. I saw an image of something coming at us, and then I immediately gathered up your father and the kids, and we began to evacuate the warrens. And that was quite a while ago, and we made our way here. We've always had some dealings with the Sinclairs, and it seemed like a safe place to go to. We don't really like to tryst with the Dwindles all that much.
Well, I'm traveling with one of them, Asborn.
The new head of the armed forces.
Yeah, she's real nice.
Yeah,
She got me this. See this sword? I got this sword. She had it made for me.
Yeah, one of your brothers works for her, or works for the military at least. He's a scout.
Oh, well, we'll probably need him.
Marcus Grayfer.
Marcus. Which one's he? I don't even know if I know him.
Oh, well, he was quite young when you left, but you'll recognize him when you see him.
Oh, all right.
All you have to do is sniff his butt.
I'm not doing that anymore. He can introduce himself like my friends
I'm kidding,
do.
dear. I'm kidding. We're not dogs. We're mouse folk.
Yeah, where's Pluto, by the
I
way?
can't tell the difference.
Well, anyways, it's good to have you home. How long are you going to be here for?
Not long. We have to go shut a gate
Oh.
of hell and do some other things.
Sounds marvelous. I'm sure it'll be quite some fun.
Yeah, it's been a hoot up until now.
There's
so-
absolutely no consensus that they believe a word you say. They just assume it's just squeaks being squeaks.
That's fine. Well, have you seen my ship?
Was that great thing that floated out of the air that your sister set off for?
Yes, that's my ship.
Oh, interesting.
I'm,
You watch as your father leans into the ear of your mother, and she kind of stifles the laugh.
I'm I'm pretty well to do now, and I'm pretty well off, and so
You
done
do
well for
realize, dear,
myself.
that's never been that important to us. We're just glad you're okay.
Well, I'm somebody now.
Well, we received word of your involvement in some rather interesting things. We assumed that you were, well, to put it mildly, dear, we thought you were dead.
Well, I thought you were dead too. I was
Well,
told
that
that
we can mutually share our misunderstandings then.
Yeah. So maybe I should go talk to this
Dear, are
majestic
you
guy.
okay? Is everything all right?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Just
Why?
gotta go save the world, Mom.
Why? What's wrong?
I don't know. You tell me. You seem very distracted.
Well, I want to find out where you got this book from, and because I think whoever gave it to you he's not on the up and up, or I want to know where this majestic guy got this from.
Majestic has been the Warren shaman for, oh my goodness, he must be almost 10 years old by now.
Well,
Quite ancient in our terms. Or was he 12? Not really sure. He looks so old, you kind of lose count. Why would you think he's involved?
well, where'd the map come from? How'd the map get in the book that he gave
You're
you?
assuming that we understand the map to be real. We've always assumed it was just part of the coloring book.
I understand that, but it was real.
From your point of view, it was.
What are you talking about, Mav? That's my point of view. It emphatically was real.
But where
It
did
was
it lead
placed.
you?
It was carefully placed in the book. I had
carefully
experts
placed?
look at it.
Damien. Peter kind of looks down at you. Perhaps we should have a conversation with Majestic about this. Matilda, I'll take him. You relax. The others will be by shortly. Tobias with me, if you would, please.
Sure, Dad.
Two of you leave the Warren and go through the tunnels, and I understand your insistence, and I do actually believe you, but your mother has never quite been the same since she thought you were dead. That show she put on for you, I can assure you, she's quite terrified and broken up on the inside.
Terrified about what?
Ever since you were lost, she became very obsessed with her understanding of magic and its use, and she's been studying a great deal to the point where I've had to force her to eat and sleep. I think she secretly hoped that she'd be able to find you, but when none of that worked, she just became more and more obsessed. I imagine it was that obsession that saved us.
Sounds like it.
But
Well, now she knows I'm alive. I'll be okay. She'll be okay.
your mother is very resilient, yes, I agree. But let's go find this Majestic and try to understand what your thoughts are on this. The two of you begin to wander the Warrens out the exit and towards the southern Warren section of the hills. Everybody else is still back at the council chamber that's now dispersed. What would you all like to do?
I gotta go find my mouse.
I'll just continue talking to my family.
I am watching anybody for suspicious activity.
I'm looking for Tobias.
Thyson, no sign of Tobias anywhere, although you do occasionally see a mouse folk that's either moving about the other crowds. There's a mouse folk that's bringing a tray of drinks over to a small table, sets it down, and then disappears off towards the back of the council chamber. Everybody give me perception checks as you're kind of looking through this crowd of people.
18.
Okay.
Non-natural 20.
Okay.
I got an 18 as well.
Okay.
I got 4.
Distracted.
Roller.
Actually, before.
Bond over.
No, I'm not gonna use lucky here.
Nah,
It's not
come
a
on.
family.
I got a 26.
So, with the exception of Asborn, she is definitely distracted by her parents, getting caught up with her grandmother, and there's kind of like a family grouping that's kind of having some in-depth conversations. Samara, the one that introduced himself as Neil, or was referred to as Neil at the council chamber or at the council table, has never really taken his eye off any of you. He casually talks to people to either side of him, but the whole time he's quite intently staring at all of you, all four of you, Dyson, Samara, Fire, and Mara.
If he makes eye contact with me, I just stare.
He looks away quickly, goes back to his conversation.
Do I read any like malicious intent? Is he
Give me an insight check.
not great at insight? Yeah, that's a 9.
Hard to tell. I mean, the rest of the crowd is either engaged in casual conversation or points of interest. You can hear their voices kind of murmuring around you as the four of you kind of just take it all in.
If I like wander off to like find a quiet corner, does anybody watch me or follow me?
What's your
cast
passive?
I can cast pass without a trace on you if you want.
I'm not like stealthily, like I'm not
Right.
like trying to be that. I'm just like
What's your passive
sleeping.
perception?
17.
No one seems to be paying that much attention to you. I'll say it's easy to find a quiet area in this massive estate. You
But
eventually
I seem
find
to be
yourself.
allowed to leave.
Yeah, I mean, you have the run. I mean, there's you even find yourself wandering the massive halls, find a quiet little observation alcove with some seating, a small little garden space that you kind of find and collect your thoughts. Get the feeling this is a good spot.
In the code, I'm gonna send a message, something like, in the Sinclair castle or whatever it's called,
Estate.
thank you. Would you like any messages delivered?
A minute goes by. Was the dash attacked?
Yes.
We know the source. It's Darktoe.
Oh, it wasn't Hollyhead. He's past Hollyhead.
Darktoe's gone.
The island is, dear.
Ooh.
I don't
There's a portal.
There's the great void that was left behind.
Oh, it was coming out of the void itself.
Correct.
All right. That's not good.
Have they chosen sides?
I think Samara has convinced them to support us in our endeavor.
Good. We've made our way out of Nicodranus. We are in the outskirts. And this is all being tapped through the code. I think we can be near. See, where could he be based on where they're at? I think we can be in Trustenwald in a week.
Do I know where that is or how far away we are?
You guys are about 2 days from Trustenwald.
Okay.
By airship?
By airship, 2 days.
Okay.
It's at the mouth of the valley that eventually leads you into the Menagerie Coast region.
I
say a week, dear, because we are on foot.
I'm not sure of our itinerary. I'll let you know once I speak with the party.
Very well.
Be safe.
You too.
I'll head back in.
Okay.
I'm gonna wait until Asborn seems to be less surrounded.
Could be waiting a long time.
I am waking up with a bunch of family right now.
Yep.
It's family time.
Oh, I'm gonna go to Fire. Fire. Can you do one of those like in your brain messages and tell Asborn that I have information for her?
In your brain message.
Yes.
In your brain. My
You know,
goodness.
Well, it's
Tyson-
like
The wife of a master spy.
my
Four words
for-
in your brain
four
messages
words
that come
for
through my
something.
rock.
I just
one word
want you to
for
know. I just want you to know though, Tyson can probably do it as a cantrip.
I can.
Oh, okay, I'll go find Dyson. Dyson, can you
I'm
do
bored
one
out
of
of my mind right now.
Okay, great. Could you do one of those in your brain messages to Asborn and let her know that I have information for her?
It's just called message. Yes, I can. What do you want?
I have some information for her that I'd like to tell her about.
Tell me.
No, I want her to come and speak with me.
Oh, you don't. Oh, okay. Yeah.
I don't want to play telephone.
I'm going to message.
Roll for
ass.
telephone.
Message ass.
Whose ass, sir?
Your ass, sir.
No, surely not.
Surely
Yeah.
not my ass, sir.
This is.
Do you bite your
Ah.
thumb at me, sir?
This is Obi-Wan Kenobi. His journey to the Dagobah system.
Or
There
you should
you'll
go talk
find
to
Master
Mara.
Yoda.
That telephone went really bad. Just saying.
I just say, we need you. Do you have like a time to like slip out?
Soon. As soon as possible, yes.
A few minutes goes by, Asborn. You eventually manage to duck out of the conversation. You find Mara nearby. Thyson would be nearby. Samara and Fire would be nearby as well.
I spoke with Albin. The
Yes.
source of the attack was the Void in Darktoe.
From Darktoe, not Hollyhead?
It was from Darktoe.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
should we change our plan?
I don't know.
I have yet to speak to the War Council, so I'll inform them when that happens.
So Asborn, once you speak to the War Council, how long will it take? I mean, time is of the essence.
And do we want to go to Darktoe and try to cut that off, or do we still want to go to Hollyhead and close the portal? Like, what's our new like?
If we set out, the earliest we can set out is probably 2 days from now, for the War Council to get ready and assemble its forces.
So, okay. Out of character, my brain is getting muddled with the different things. So, Darktoe, we have, what are we fighting?
The thing that was shooting the lightning and the demons.
Who's
we don't
making
know
the
what it is.
storm?
We don't know what it is.
And Hollyhead, that's a portal that needs to close.
It was in that house that we went in the house.
No, yeah.
and
No,
cleared it
I
out.
remember the house.
Yeah.
It was just the portal. It was Darktoe that I was confused. Okay.
So we have Hell Portal and then Demon Hand.
And remember,
Lightning.
we're going to
Storm.
have the.
Which is also probably some sort of hell portal.
Probably another Hell Portal.
Remember, all these armies and everything, they're just creating a distraction for us.
Yes.
Well, are they?
not-
Because we also need
No.
someone to sacrifice
The-
himself as like a guardian and a stone holder or whatever.
to close the portal.
Right. And we can
It's
only do
gonna
that
be one
once,
of us.
right? So we need, what portal are we doing that with?
I say we do that with the Darktoe Portal, because that proves a greater threat, because it's actually summoning like the storms.
Right.
But those storms could be a distraction to get us away from Hollyhead. You
If
know what I'm
it,
saying?
But they're like
But-
literally destroying cities.
yeah, they're destroying cities. If that's a distraction, then we're just
Yeah,
done
right.
for. We're actually done for.
It's actually kind of over if the distraction is the destruction of everything in the entire world, man.
Yeah.
That's kind of the level that
We
we're at.
gotcha. While you were watching the destruction of the world, we did. What did we do?
So we're changing our mind then, Darktoe?
I don't know.
I
It
think
sounds
it would
like
feel
that's the
better.
case.
I think that's the
We need
case.
to talk about
They
it.
both
Maybe I'll
have
get
portals.
back together.
I have.
Fire, could we scry on Darktoe, or do you think it would give us
We
a
need
big
a Death
headache?
Star Council on
Big
this one.
headache. We're gonna have the big war
If
council soon.
Zarel is at Darktoe, I probably can't scry there without her knowing and her trying to pull me in and suck me in.
Oh,
Can
yeah,
we,
we do.
like,
No
hold you?
scrying. No scrying.
I thought we'd tried
With like
to
the
eat
stone
me.
or whatever, the eye.
Yes.
With the stone, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we took like a lot of damage doing that.
What if?
It was a big hurdy.
Yeah, it hurt a lot.
Yeah. I just did one of those, so I get you. Don't want to do that.
Yeah, you died.
I mean, a little.
And although they might know we're here, they might not know we're here. So by
Oh, no, they
scrying, we're
know-
telling them that we're here.
That won't work.
Hey, we're here. It's us.
Okay. So then put that towards the war council. Let them know where it's coming from, and we'll.
Oh, don't tell them how we know. It's a secret.
Yeah, don't mention people
Anyway.
that are not supposed to be alive being
It's
alive.
your sources of information. You just have sources of information they don't need to know. On a need to know basis.
And you don't need to know.
We're-
Okay.
And you're sure, Mara, you're sure that this is Albin?
Yeah.
You're sure.
Not the imposter.
I mean,
Can I like think about it? Can I insight myself? Is that a thing?
Insight to my husband.
I mean,
Can
the only
I-
thing that you could possibly hold on to the fact that it's him is the code.
That's what I was thinking. Is he has the code and the stone, and his disdain
but
of
he
me not listening
hasn't
to him.
talked to you with his voice.
Not since. Oh no, we did.
you?
So he sent the code,
Hmm.
and then. Yeah, no, we did speak. We spoke after I told him we were going to Hollyhead because he was pissed.
But was it still in the code, or
No,
was
that
it
was live
in the-
voices.
Was it?
I believe so.
Jason, was it live voices?
Because I spoke into the stone. I didn't say I used the code.
Well, you speak into the stone. That doesn't mean he.
Fire, give me
speaks
an
into the
insight check.
stone. 24.
The only thing that you feel is a little bit odd about all of this when they were near the city, based on one of the last reports, they were having a verbal conversation through the stone. And then within a few days, it was a coded conversation and that the Zahefe's been recovered.
Mm-hmm.
Just feels weird. Like, you would have expected Albin to be a little bit more informative during the activity of the recovery, not just a mention of the recovery happening.
Mm-hmm.
But it's hard to put your finger on it. You're not really sure what it is. There's something definitely weird about it, but it just could be the circumstance, could be the situation, could be the stress of 2 weeks of travel suddenly resting on your shoulders.
Can I pull, guys? I want to scry on Albin.
Ooh.
So I'm gonna pull out the stone,
Oh shit!
and I want to scry on Albin.
Jesus.
Can we find a quieter area? Are we blocked away from everybody? Are we in a private room?
Well,
don't say
we
it.
stepped away to talk to Asborn privately.
Or
When
did we step away into a different room?
I have a question, hold on.
I don't know how far we stepped.
When we did the last scrying and it was like getting pulled in by the demon lord or whatever,
Sure.
Yes.
was that only possible because we were on the prime material plane? Asking my dad.
Yeah.
Ask that question again.
Was the ability to be pulled in while we were scrying on her only if we were not to be on this plane, would they still be able to like pull us in while we were scrying? Well, if we were to scry.
The one thing you do know about scry is that the focus of the target has to be on the same plane of existence as the person casting it. If they're not, and they're somewhere else, then they merely aren't seen or discovered. That at least tells you that whatever effect has been happening through the scry effect is because the entity involved is definitely on the material plane. But if you were to shift into another plane of existence and then scry in the direction of the material plane, the scry effect would diminish and not work. So you're not really sure. It kind of makes sense in your mind, but it's hard to know.
Oh, no, that won't work. Never mind. Can anyone scry with your eye thingy, or do they have to attune to it?
I have to attune to it.
I mean, you can have my eye thingy, and you can attune to it if you want.
Yours is the arcane eye that
Of knowledge.
Mine's beholder
knowledge, right? But that's the knowing things about people, not the scrying eye. The scrying eye is the one that was in the bag of holding that Tobias found.
Okay, I'm gonna let you wear this, but you have to give it right back when you're done scrying.
Okay, what is it?
I'm gonna hand you Gwendolyn's brooch.
Does that need attunement?
No, but it does offer protection from scry. I don't know if that'll help, but they can't do it back. I don't know the magic so well, but you can't be scryed on when you're wearing the brooch.
Okay.
But you gotta give it right back.
Okay. It doesn't try and take me over, does it?
No.
When I put it on? I put it on. Do I have to make an intelligence save?
Nothing happens. You just place it around your neck.
Is anyone paying any attention to us?
I mean, you're in the middle of a crowd of people.
Okay. Well, I thought we went to a
we like
stepped
corner. Side.
I'll say that, Mara, you lead them back to that alcove that you found.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I'll be right back. And I take out the scrying stone and hold it in my hand and I think of Albin.
Tobias, you and your father enter into the Majestic's warren. It's strange. It's dark. You can see all manner of shamanistic wards kind of spread out.
Nobody's in there.
You and your father stop to look deeper into the warren. You hear a very old voice emanate out from the deepness of the depths. Who is it? I'm not expecting visitors today. Go away. Come back tomorrow.
We need to speak to you today.
And you watch as a kind of bent over, patchworked looking mousefolk comes stumbling out of the darkness. Master Squeaks, it's been so long.
Yeah. How you been?
Oh, well, I think I'm doing just fine. How are you?
I'm great. I have a question.
I will try to answer it if I could.
My mom got this coloring book from you.
Yeah, I hand out many of these. I do, yes.
It had a map in it.
Some have puzzles and maps and little squirrely things for you to run your crayons through and try to find the cheese.
Yeah, this map was real. It led to a real place. It was placed in the book.
And you know this to be true?
Yes, I know it to be true. I wouldn't be saying it.
Ah, that's very interesting. And where did it lead you, young Squeaks?
Well, it led me to a place that ended up being a problem for me. So I want to know where you got it or if you put it in the book.
What road did it lead you down, young Squeaks?
Is his voice getting crazy?
I'm sorry, what is wrong?
Oh, nothing. Well, it led me to some things.
Did you see the inside of vault? Was it there?
Was what there?
My armor, my tome.
I knew it! Get out of here, Dad.
Oh dear, that doesn't sound good.
Don't like that.
Nope.
Fine.
Fire, everything
That is
fades.
so sus.
Everything fades around you. You can hear Mara Asborn and Samara and Thyson having casual conversations. They wait for you to do what you're doing. Your eye lifts, begins to kind of hover and float. And as it does, rather than heading in the direction that you expect it to take you towards Nicodranus and the foundation of the great city, your eye hovers directly over the Sinclair estate for just a moment. And then it turns and follows the hillside to where the mountainside is, and it stops immediately. The eye drops down into the interior of a warren, and as it passes through this cave opening, you swear you just passed right by Tobias and another mouse folk, and deeper into this warren, and deeper and deeper and deeper. And your eye just hesitates in the darkness for a moment. And you watch as this strange, spindly creature steps out of the darkened shadow. And it walks with like a jittering pace. And it stalks deeper into the darkness. And then you see fingers and nails cross bars. You mustn't sleep. She says for you to stay awake, and you mustn't sleep. And you watch as the finger points through a series of bars. There you see the exhausted form of Albin chained up against a wall. Alongside him, you see the gentleman as well. You can see the Zorhashian agents that traveled with them. And then you watch as the spindly form leaves that cage to travel to another cage. You two, you mustn't sleep. And there, the haunted face looking out of the darkness of the cell. Shulaman, the Zehefe. And then you watch as it moves towards another cell. And then another. And then another. Deep inside these warrens. These great cells just out and ever extending as this creature moves, keeping everybody awake. Tapping bars. She is not done with any of you yet. Stay awake. Captain, no sleeping. You watch as Captain Alabaster's sunken features, his gaunt expression, looking back and just looking away, unable to sleep. The hand scratching across bars. Deeper into the warrens it goes, this figure, this caricature of whatever this thing is. You, especially, must not sleep. You shall stay awake for a very long time. Without you, none of this would be possible. Without you, this would have already failed. But it will continue. She will feed, and the great expanse will grow because of you. You are the most important one here. You watch as the creature moves into a singular round space with a pit in the middle of it. Great expanse of bars covering over it. You watch as its spindly fingers reach over. The creature's visage looks down into the pit. Down ever deeper. There you see the sunken features of Asmon. His eyes blanked out. His desiccated form attached to something you can't quite make out. You will bring them all to us, like the puppet master that we have become. All of them will come. She will not have to expend the energy. So easy to manipulate. So easy to force them to do. Everything is because of you, Asmon. Everything. And then you watch as the creature kind of leans up and it twitches, shoulders twitching, its fingers, its bony protrusion of a head. Snarls at the air, sniffs at the air, looking around. Oh, well, hello.
Can I wink out?
As the face looks up at you and you purposely disconnect before it has a chance to say anything. It was a face that was so unfamiliar to you. It was a face made up of thousands of likenesses and images. And then those eyes, so penetrating, so terrifying. You felt almost as if the connection was about to be made. And you guys watch as an exhausted fire sits there in the alcove. Sweat pouring off of her.
Oh man, I just got my fur clean. I don't say that.
And the only thing she utters, Tobias is in trouble. And that's where we're going to finish tonight. We'll have to see how you guys do next week against the god.
Did you stay in one of those cells with Shulamon?
I ain't in trouble.
Yeah.
Suleiman was
He
in
said
there.
Suleiman, the
Asmon.
gentleman, the Zehefe,
Everyone.
Alabaster,
Alabaster.
Azamon, Albin.
Now we're all going to be in there next week.
Every ever met.
Okay, Asmon's a guy, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Asmon's actually a guy.
I'm just making sure.
Fast track to level 17. Come on.
Come on, level 20. Okay, this is a milestone, right? 5 milestones?
If I
Is
get
this-
one more level, I get a
It's
third
like
attack.
2 milestones, right?
Now
Is
you're
this
only saying
4
you're only
milestones?
saying that because you had a couple milestones click off in the other campaign. God damn it!
I know,
I
we
still
need
can't
them.
believe you guys did the time slip in Faerun. That was awesome.
I know, man.
That was so cool.
It worked out.
OMG, it's 10 o'clock and I'm wiped.
All right, guys.
How close is that Monday campaign to being done?
Well, you're already back in it. I'm using your character.
Oh.
Which you're
Yeah,
free
you're a
to
lot
use.
nicer too.
I don't know about
Because
that.
I
don't know
don't-
about that. He
I
took off
don't-
with Torch.
My Mondays are starting to be free after next week, so.
Okay. I may
Oh,
have
that'd be
you.
cool, man.
Yeah, we'll have you
I
come
would
back
like
in for the final event. We're probably 2-3 episodes or sessions away from conclusion.
You're super powerful now too.
Yeah, you're a
Yeah, you
level
are.
20. In fact, you can go ahead and be a level 20 chrono wizard if you'd like to.
Yeah, right now? Yeah, cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's basically
And-
that's kind of the way I'm playing you.
Your character's going after a Titan. You should watch the last episode.
Or listen. Either or.
Or listen. Yeah. I count listening as watching. I mean, just saying.
Well-
I listen to Critical Role all the time.
I know, right? I think we're probably we need to get caught up on that before.
Yes, that's what we're doing tonight.
Yeah, we need to do that tonight when we get home. Well, thanks everybody for coming out tonight and hanging out. I know for a lot of our watchers, it can get kind of late, so we do appreciate you hanging out with us. But hey,
thank you.
we will be back here tomorrow night for the Descendants. So yeah, come hang out with us tomorrow night. I may, if I can get in early enough, I may try to do some world building online with folks. So I'll try and get online with that as well. But hey, everything you know about us is down below. If you can afford to subscribe, please do. Follow helps. Support our fellow creators down below. Yeah, and we have we're on podcasts. We curate on YouTube. If you want to get caught up, feel free to head on over there and do all that. But hey, thanks everybody. Stay safe, be kind, play a game. It's important. Play lots of games. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye.
Oh my god. my
OMG.
Oh
We're
my
all
god.
dead.
Tobias, you're
What?
going. The
That was scary.
Lathander, right there. Lathander. What the frack? The
Hey.
false god
Scary.
Lathander. Oh my god.
I got my
Oh
pistols.
my god. You have your
I got my
Definitely gonna help.
You have-
All I need is my trusty pistols
I mean, as long as he
and a
doesn't
good
have his
initiative,
armor, he's
and that
fine,
thing's
right?
dead.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
Better get that
Yeah.
sneak attack in.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
I'll get my sneak attack in. I'll
Oh
push my
gosh.
dad into base with him so I can get my sneak attack. Hey, whatever works.
Push my
Oh,
dad into base with him so I can get my sneak attack. My 12 hit point father. Yeah, that's going to go over well.
No, I told him to leave. I told him to get out.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
God, that was awesome.
Oh, great.
Oh my goodness.
I was like, is this voice change? Oh my God, it's Lathander. I'm dead. I knew